From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, it's Lance.
What can we do for you, Lance?
So I actually have a riddle for Maury, if that's okay.
You have a riddle for Maury. Deepa, Shem, feel free to try and guess.
Do I need
right
paper?
Along. Is it a math riddle? No, it's not a math riddle.
No, you don't need paper. Yes, it's a math riddle.
Bro, he's going to need paper.
I have paper.
Have you
Okay,
not
fair
listened
enough.
to the show at all?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. What is the math riddle?
Maury, what do you put in between 3 and 9 to make a number bigger than 3 and smaller than 9?
What do you mean to make a number? Make it with what?
Oh.
It's a math question, so it's an equation. So anything that you can put in between numbers to make a proper equation, whether it's plus, minus, anything. I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil the riddle.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay.
So what do you put in between 3 and 9 to make a number bigger than 3 and smaller than
Shem's
9?
shaking his head. This is easy.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it right away.
To make it bigger than 3 and smaller than 9, right?
Correct.
Deepa, you look very confused.
I
still don't understand the question.
Can I say?
Okay, hold on. Pause for 1 second, Maury. Okay, Deepa, this is a very confusing question. Lance, ask the question. Say the question again while Maury works on this.
What do you put in between the number 3
Yes.
and the number 9
Yes.
to make a number bigger than 3 and smaller than 9?
My immediate answer was 6 because,
Because why, Maury?
69.
Okay, so Maury's answer is 69, dude.
It's a good try, Maury, but that's not correct.
Okay.
Okay, number you put between 3 and 9 to make it bigger than 3 and smaller than 9.
Right.
Well, I never said number. I said, what do you put between 3 and 9 to make a number bigger than 3 and smaller than 9?
Like a really big 4?
No.
I think that this question in itself is very confusing.
For Maury, yes.
Oh.
What do you put between 3? What do you put
Yes.
between 3 and 9?
you put? What? Maybe, Maury, wait. What if you it might help if you put the emphasis, try the emphasis on all the different words.
No, but that's what
to
I
help
did.
You, to
That's
help
what I
you.
did.
Try, Maury, try putting the emphasis on each of the different words because it might help you get
What
through this.
do you...
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Okay.
You said put the emphasis on the...
I get it now, I think.
Okay, Maury. So, okay, Lance, say the question again.
Maury, what do you put in between 3 and 9 to make a number bigger than 3 and smaller than 9?
Yes.
To make the number bigger than
3,
and
smaller than
what do you put?
Yes.
What do you? So it's something I want to put.
What do you put? Or what do you put? Or what do you put?
Because he emphasized the emphasis on the you.
Or
as
what
in,
do
like,
you
what do
put?
I want to put? Like,
What
it's
do you
up to
put
me.
between?
What do you put between?
Or is it what do you put? Is it what do you put? Or is it what do you put? Or is it what do you put?
What do you put between 3 and 9 to make the number... I give up.
Okay,
I want to know
hold
the
on.
answer.
Okay, pause. Shem, do you know what it is?
I sure do.
Deepa, do you know what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just say it's really unfair that Shem is so smart and single? Like, a woman's going to love
did you
Shem
say
when...
he's so smart and single?
single?
Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking? You're married. You have a... Can I talk about how unfair it is that Shem's single? Okay,
Yeah.
really?
That's
Can we
the real
just
problem
discuss for
here.
1 second how it's so unfair that Shem is so single and I'm not? Okay.
What do you...
Okay. Deepa, do you know what the answer is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what do you feel that it is?
I think it's a decimal.
Okay. Shem?
It is a decimal.
Lance?
It is a decimal,
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like a mirror.
A mirror?
Like, what do you put between 3 and 9 to make it like? So I thought like you're like an object, like a tuna sandwich. Like I thought it was like, what do you want to put between the two numbers to make the 3 bigger? And then I just thought it was some random thing.
Obviously, it's lube. Thanks, Lance.
No problem. You guys ask me the question, please?
Well, Mocha's not here today, dude. We can't. That's unfair.
I know you don't like having your feelings hurt, but I promise you I won't hurt them.
Lance, I don't trust you. Have a good day.
Good day to you,
Bye,
sir.
guys.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes.
Oh, geez, you okay? What'd you do over there?
No,
Still
it's
something?
No, it's just my phone.
Oh. My phone did an update last night.
And?
I don't know. Now it's all weird.
Welcome to it. 16.1.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the latest.
Is that what I'm on?
iOS. I'm waiting for 16.2.
Why?
There's this app that I really want for my phone and my iPad.
What is it?
It's called Freeform.
Okay.
And it's only available on 16.2, I believe.
My clock is different on my home screen.
Yes, I hate the new clock.
Yeah, it's too big.
You guys can change it, though.
How?
In settings. Man, your phone can do everything.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Guys, come on, man. I can't be Geek Squad for you.
You know what I did today for the first time?
Smile.
No. Never mind that. I'm not going to tell you. It's actually that's actually less embarrassing than what I was going to tell you.
Let's see. Let's go through the thing. What's the one thing, guys?
Okay.
They
Here,
have one
watch.
thing
No,
for us
here,
for
I'll
the
show you.
first
And
time.
I felt proud of myself. I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I've talked a lot before where Catherine gets pissed off at me because she sends me I don't know, I get notifications from something. She'll book us in something or do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
calendar notifications?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. And then so today I opened my phone and it looked different, right? And then I clicked on one and then it asked me if I wanted to do something. And I was like, oh, okay. And here, I'll prove to you that this was the last thing I downloaded this morning. Okay, so here's my screen. Look, I'll flip all the way over, all the way over. Oh, my God.
Bro,
okay.
You have so many apps on your phone.
I know.
Why don't you put them in folders?
Okay, but look at the last app that I downloaded, and I felt proud of myself that I downloaded it.
No,
okay, the very last app. Look what I downloaded this morning.
Okay.
And only this morning. Have not had it since.
Google Calendar?
Yep. Finally.
How do you not have your life organized?
Thank you.
Man. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
I guess, sure.
Yeah.
But isn't that in your Gmail too already?
I don't know how to access it though, but not through the app. So now I have Google Calendar.
But you also have a regular calendar on your phone.
Yeah.
Like that comes with
Okay,
your device.
but that calendar is still tied to all my old ET Canada stuff, and they disabled my email account.
Yeah, so you can go in, though, and get rid of all that junk.
I don't know if you can. I
Yes,
think
you
that's
can.
fake
You actually
news.
can.
I don't know about that.
You just
Can
don't
you?
know. Just say that you don't know how to do it.
No, I don't know.
Fake news.
Just say you don't know how to do
No,
it.
I don't know.
Come on, bro, just say it. You don't know how to do
yeah,
it. do
no,
you?
I don't. But I don't.
I'm surprised Roz doesn't just have like a whiteboard in his truck, just writing everything
No,
down.
we have a piece of paper on the wall at home.
A piece of paper.
Yeah. It's like a roll and it comes down and you can write stuff on it. And I had like all my book deadlines and everything written in Sharpie on the wall at
Oh my
home.
God, are you serious?
Yeah, 100%. That's how I
With
did
the amount
everything.
of technology you have
Yeah.
in your home at
Yes.
your disposal.
Yes.
Your phone
Yes.
typically on you at all times, right?
Yes, always.
For majority of the time.
So you downloaded the Google Calendar. Are you going to use it?
Yeah, my God. I got to figure it out, though.
Hey, man, listen. Welcome to 2005,
Thank you,
Roz.
Shane.
I really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
No need to panic, everyone. James Earl Jones is A-OK.
Yeah, he's trending again today. So I always get nervous.
Everybody does. Because when you click on the hashtag James Earl Jones, you immediately start panicking.
Yeah.
Right?
I never click on it.
Because we've already, in such a short period of time, in the last part of this year, have lost so many.
Mm-hmm.
And other people are freaking out. They're like, I'm about to go to bed, and I see that James Earl Jones is trending. Like, you have to give context.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you have to go looking for the story, which I found. I believe I found it, right? Which is a tweet from somebody, a guy named Ryan Kennedy, and it says, "Who are you choosing?" Right? And the picture is a picture of Morgan Freeman, and the text on it says, "Aside from Morgan Freeman, if you could choose someone to narrate your life, who would it be?" So then everyone started going in saying James Earl Jones, which is exactly why he's trending. He is not dead.
Right.
I would say Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
He
Who's
does
that again?
He's a comedian, and he does the narration on the Goldbergs. And I like his voice.
I think that you just identify with the Goldbergs, though.
True.
Some people were saying Kate Blanchett because she got a nice voice.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson for me, man.
Sam Jackson.
That'd be highly entertaining.
Man.
Come on,
that is
man.
very aggressive.
I love it.
I think that I think that Sam Jackson would maybe put a spin on your life that doesn't exist.
I don't know about that.
Come on now. Come on now.
Jeremy Irons came up.
Jeremy Irons.
That's a good one.
In some people's tweets. Definitely James Earl Jones came up, like, obviously, as the top voice.
It would be too long, though. He's a slow talker, James Earl Jones.
But if you haven't done much in your life, then you don't have to worry about it.
David Attenborough came up a bunch of times.
Oh, the
narrates
National
all the-
Geographic guy?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good one, too.
I mean, I'm
actually.
going to add in the Forensic Files narrator. If you've ever watched Forensic Files, Peter
That's
Thomas.
only murder, though.
I know, but he has a great voice. The way he says luminol.
Is that on A&E?
Well, I think it's on.
It was originally on. Yeah, it was
Okay,
originally
so
an
is he the
A&E
one
show.
that has that voice? He's done like a lot of.
Yeah.
He must be. Shem, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the same voice that he worked for when the WWE did the Monday Night Wars?
Monday Night Wars.
No,
yes.
it sounds like the same guy,
No.
but
Is
I
it
don't
not
think
the
it's the
same
same
guy?
guy.
No,
I
that
don't
guy,
think
that
it's the
voice
same
is
guy. I don't
amazing.
think it's the same guy. I would say, do you know, it's a great read is Kate Winslet.
Yes, Kate Winslet.
She's wonderful. We have a bunch of books on tape that Kate Winslet read.
What about Scarlett Johansson in the tone that she did?
The movie where she was the computer that fell in love with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah. What was that movie?
Man.
Well, I never seen the movie.
Was that
but
called Her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
was
watched
called Her.
the
Yeah.
trailer, and in the trailer, her voice sounds soothing.
That was a weird movie, man. That was a weird movie. So who would narrate your life? Like, who would get it right? Like according to the life you've lived, right?
From Maury, somebody else wrote this about themselves.
Yeah.
But I find like this would be great for Maury.
Yeah.
Is Bobcat Goldthwait?
Is Bobcat still? Is
No,
Bobcat
I
still
don't think
alive?
he's still alive.
No, I think he.
R.I.P. Bobcat.
Yeah, they're
Why
gonna.
is his name not
I know.
trending?
They're gonna have to AI Bobcat Goldthwait.
Will
to,
you hear their narration, or does that come out after you're gone?
What's that?
Like, will you hear the narration of your life, or is it they're narrating after you're gone?
We got to establish the ground rules now. I don't know.
He's still alive, by the way.
Is Bobcat still alive?
60 years
Oh
old.
man, now I feel
sure?
terrible. I feel terrible.
Somebody
Sounds
like him
Bobcat.
passed.
Oh man, I feel terrible. Oh man. What a lousy. We didn't realize Bobcat was still alive.
Oh, the disrespect.
Damn. So we totally disrespect poor Bobcat Goldthwait.
Sorry, dog.
Yeah, man.
But if you're wondering why James Earl Jones is trending this morning and you're just too lazy to go looking for it, it's
Yeah.
because someone had posted a photo with a picture of Morgan Freeman and said, aside from Morgan Freeman, if you could choose someone to narrate your life, who would it be? And of course, collectively, majority of the people are picking James Earl Jones.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, it was not the outcome we were hoping for, but it happened.
The final whistle goes. Canada eliminated after 2 matches of their World Cup return. The country does get a goal to celebrate. But in the end, a comeback from Croatia where they scored 4 goals, having been 1 down just 2 minutes in.
Oh, heartbreaker in Qatar. Canada will play Morocco, by the way, on Thursday.
For what?
3 points.
For what?
3 points.
But it's not going to do anything.
No, but
they're
at least
out.
you could, if you win, then at least you could say we got our first win.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's soccer.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just answering your question.
Like these small victories, like and it's crazy because when you watch football, because of the scoring and the game and everything else, like even when they give these incredible stats, they still seem underwhelming. Like when somebody the other day was like, Ronaldo, the first player to score 4 goals or to score a goal in 4 World Cups. I'm like 1 goal in each. Like, it's an underwhelming stat. I know it's an incredible stat,
of course,
but when you say them out loud, like the stats are just so underwhelming.
I know,
and
because then you think about comparing it when you compare it to like other sports.
Every other sport in the world, right? It's just
maybe
so
this makes every
underwhelming.
other sport in the world look easy.
Listen, I'm not dismissing the popularity of soccer at all. I'm not that guy. It is the global sport.
So David Morey was out there talking to fans who are all, been posted up at restaurants like super early in the morning.
I
to
had
get
a
nice,
mimosa.
good spot to watch the World Cup. What time did you have your mimosa?
Noon.
Oh.
Because it was Sunday brunch time, right? So I figured if I'm going to go out for brunch time, I might as well have a mimosa.
Oh. No. You made it sound like you had one at 7 o'clock in the morning.
No,
Who
that would
hasn't had a mimosa at noon? Come on.
I don't even know what a mimosa is.
Oh, deep, huh?
You've never had a mimosa?
Never.
Girl,
No.
you've never had alcohol, though, right?
No, like a sip of champagne. That was basically it.
That's a
Wasn't
mimosa. Put some orange juice in there.
Oh, okay.
That's a mimosa.
Thanks for educating me. Yay.
They're
We
good.
are
They're
we are
good.
brunching on
Yes,
Sunday.
we do. Yes, we do.
Well, it was painful to watch, but I'm very proud for the Canadian team to have made it this far on the world stage.
It was an excuse for you to get out of the house.
No, I came to legitimately watch them win. I'm disappointed, but I'm proud.
I was hoping for a win or a draw at least, but, Croatia's an elite team. Canada's, they're on the come up. Hopefully next time around, they can win some games and advance out of the group stage.
I'm happy we made the World Cup. Canada's on the map. We're on the map again. That's all that matters, right? Win or lose, we were there.
Was this not do or die and we didn't die?
We definitely died over here, I feel like. But at the end of the day, this is the future. This is the future of Canada. We're on the map again, right? That's all that matters.
And we scored today. You witnessed them score the first goal ever.
And the quickest goal I've ever seen, I feel like. So it was great. I'm happy that Canada's there, and we played a great game.
That didn't go well.
It's okay. We should be proud of Canada's effort. They did a great job. We're not only a hockey nation, we're now a soccer nation. We belong in the World Cup.
And let's sing together. Eh, ole, ole.
Hey, ole, 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 Canada.
I witnessed a young team, first time in the World Cup since 1986. First goal they've ever scored, and in big preparation for 2026, Canada, USA, Mexico.
I feel good that we got to get our first ever World Cup goal, so it was really great to see. And obviously we're hoping for the win, but hopefully we can at least walk away with a win against Morocco and still get one win this World Cup.
Yeah, it started amazing, and then it kind of ballooned into a horrible tragedy. But, we pushed through. Everyone, the pints kept coming, and the goals kept coming against us. But you know what? It's a pleasure to be here with everybody, have a few beers, get up in the morning on a Sunday.
Do the beers hit differently if we were winning versus losing? Does it taste different?
Oh, absolutely. They have a different punch and swirl to them, you know what I mean? There's we're having the local beer here, but I mean, the energy provided by said pints definitely went in the downward trajectory post 3-1 and then eventually 4-1.
It's a sad day for Team Canada fans.
Did you see all the Team USA fans when they were playing England chanting, "It's called soccer"?
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Oh, bro. It was
so aggressive.
It was so aggressive.
And you wonder why the rest of the world hates y'all.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Didn't work out for Team Canada yesterday in Qatar. We play again on Thursday against Morocco.
For what?
According to Dan Morey, 3 points.
Yeah, sure,
right?
fair enough. Yeah. Get that win.
One thing that went viral yesterday was one of the players on Team Canada. He's from Calgary. Sam Adekugbe. His mom was at home watching the game. Yeah. You'll love this, Deepa. And she was like freaking out.
My son is in the World Cup. My son is in the World Cup. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So that went everywhere yesterday. Just her pure excitement, pure joy in her voice.
Gorgeous.
So David Morey got on the phone with her almost immediately following the game.
Oh my God. Can I call you Mama Adekugbe? Can I call you that?
Mama D's fine.
Mama D. Oh my, can I say you are the best thing to come out of the World Cup? You going viral and being the mom everybody wants. How did that feel?
I don't even know. I'm sure I'm not the best thing to come out of the World Cup. I'm just a proud mom and just excited to see her son play and fulfill his dream. That's all. I think I represent all the moms of all the players out there.
That I'm sure, much like every other mom of a player on the team, freaking out just as much as well. This is, by the way, Sam Adekugbe's mom, Sam Adekugbe from Team Canada playing in Qatar. David Morey talking to his mom.
Now, I got to tell you, it sounds like you're almost losing your voice. Have you been screaming at the TV a lot the last week?
I've been screaming at the TV. Yeah, I've been screaming at the TV. Yes, my kids know I scream a lot at the TV at the games.
What are you yelling? Are you yelling "Go Sam"? Are you yelling "Go Canada"? What are you yelling?
I'm yelling, oh my God, referee, what are you doing? Oh, get the ball, pass the ball,
Oh, that is amazing.
I'm yelling things that don't make sense. I don't really understand the game. I know the players, and then I just yell out their names and make sure that nobody hurts them on the field.
Oh my God. Diva looks like she's about to bawl right now.
It's just so cute. Like, it's just a full circle moment. Imagine all the time that he spent putting into his career and his mom being so proud. It's really sweet.
This is Dan Morey talking to Sam Adekugbe's mom.
Sam's going to be coming home in about a week. What do you have planned when Sam gets home? Is there going to be a big party? You get a lot of food? What do you have planned for his return home?
Well, yes, we are an African family, so we celebrate big. He's coming home. His siblings are, they're right there in Qatar with him. So we're going to come home and celebrate the fact that, they got to wherever they get to. And that's an accomplishment. It's an achievement. So we celebrate every win. We celebrate every milestone, every accomplishment. And the fact that they got to the World Cup, they got to play, that's an achievement. And we're going to be celebrating every single player and the coach.
Oh, well, everyone was celebrating with Sam Adekugbe's mom, a.k.a. Mama D, freaking out watching her boy play with all the other guys on Team Canada yesterday in Qatar. Thank you for that, Dan Moore.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Braden, what's going on, man?
Hi. I have a question to ask.
Go.
Okay, so what is a food that's best eaten at room temperature?
What is a food that's best eaten at room temperature?
Well, my mind immediately goes to sandwich.
Well, no, because some sandwiches are hot.
No, but like a tuna sandwich or an egg salad sandwich.
I sort of prefer tuna if it's been in the fridge, though, and then I make a sandwich out of it. To me, that's the best way to do tuna. Okay, let's start with something where I know people disagree about it, right? Apples out of the fridge or in a basket on the counter?
Basket on the counter.
Fridge.
I don't like cold fruit.
So here we go. Shem, you say
fridge, nice and cold and crisp.
Deepa, you say
straight from the fridge too.
straight from the fridge.
Yes.
See, I'm an on the counter guy.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't like a cold apple. Not that I'm eating a ton of apples. let's be real here, right?
We keep all of our fruit on a basket.
If there's a bag of dill pickle chips in the pantry and an apple in the fridge, that apple's going to stay there a very long time.
That's fair.
Very long time.
That's fair.
I'm trying to think of what foods though are designed for room temperature. Like which ones are awful if they're hot? Like what's not good hot?
I mean, a donut is served room temperature.
Yeah, no, but a Krispy Kreme when they're warm though?
No, I'm thinking Tim Hortons.
I know, but like it's better warm. A muffin is a little bit better warm.
Yeah, but you can't heat up a donut because then all of the chocolate melts.
No, but I mean, I like a warm donut though, like fresh out of the thing.
This is gonna sound strange. What about like rice?
You like room temperature rice?
Yeah, I don't really like rice super hot. I feel like it's not as enjoyable.
Oh, sushi.
Sushi's cold.
No, sushi's room temperature when it arrives.
Sushi's not room. That's because you order everything that takes an hour and a half to get to your house.
I've only eaten sushi room temperature.
Sushi shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't know if I would want room temperature sushi.
No.
Rice.
Rice.
Who says rice?
I don't know. Just like regular brown or white rice.
So what? You make rice and then you just leave it there and you let it sit?
No, I mean,
but it starts to get hard if you leave it out.
I just
Shut up. Shut up. Come on, Deepa. Thank you. Right? Strike that from the record. Braden, what food do you think is best eaten at room temperature?
I mean, I've asked this question to so many people, and the best one I've gotten is cashews.
Cashews? What? Who the hell is putting cashews into either oven or fridge? Who's more like?
You know what? In his defense, cashew nut chicken, the cashews are hot.
No, okay, but let's just say a handful of cashews.
Yeah, this is so random.
You put your cashews in the fridge?
It's not me. It's the person I asked.
Who puts their nuts in the fridge?
Shut up, Shem. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, okay, so I think that nuts and apples, I guess, right? Like that's we've all agreed on? I don't know. Thank you so much, Braden.
No problem.
All right, peace out, man.
See you.
I can't believe he said cashew.
It starts to get hard if you leave it out.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so I found this topic online. If you want to get in on this, 925-555, you can always call us at 416-870-8888. But I immediately thought of you, Roz, when I read this, because that reaction right there is what I feel you would give as a response if you were in this situation that many people have been replying about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about obnoxious neighbors.
Okay.
And a lot from this article are either screenshots from like Facebook message groups for a community of people that live like in the same neighborhood, or legit notes, letters that were left on the person's front door.
Okay, I get you.
So one person got this letter left on their front door. It wasn't written, it was like typed out, printed, okay?
Yep.
Simply reads, "Congratulations, you mowed. That's twice so far this year, I believe. Can you keep it up? Maybe weekly or at least every other week? Your neighbors would be very grateful if your house did not look like it was abandoned."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Sounds like a note Matthew and I would leave.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. These are things that Maury and Matthew would probably
We've done this.
100%.
say to other people in their condo.
We made a fake police letter once.
We have not forgotten about that, Maury.
That's a crime.
Yeah.
In this one condo unit, a neighbor called the homeowner association to complain about this loud noise because this woman had like a bunch of kids in her backyard. So the neighbor thought that she was running like an illegal daycare.
Oh.
Because the kids were running around, jumping in the pool, playing in the playground, just being loud, right? So the lady, the homeowner, put up on the gate for her backyard, like to get into the backyard, the entrance. "This is not a daycare. I just have kids."
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And they like to play with other neighbor kids.
Oh my God. People are so busy.
Right?
They're so busy.
Another person wrote in a Facebook group. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Neighborhood dress code?
Neighborhood dress code?
Has anyone thought about the positive impact on property value that enforcing a neighborhood dress code might have? I'd feel more comfortable if I knew what to expect to see when I went out every day. I imagine that could make our values skyrocket over the next 12 to 19 months. Happy to get on a Zoom call together. For anyone interested in pursuing this with me, let me hear from you.
But I'm just wondering what the dress code would be. Like something real tight, right? Like I don't mean like tight. I just mean conservative.
Yeah, like
right?
white polo and khakis.
Yes.
No
yes.
hoodie.
No hoodie.
No baseball hats.
No tube tops.
Right?
Definitely no tube
No spaghetti
tops.
straps.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. No bathing suits outside of the pool area. Right. I get all that stuff.
Somebody left for Halloween a letter on everyone's door, all the neighbors' doors, right? Where it says mandatory participation from, and then they blocked out the name of the community. All residents in the blocked out community are obligated to hand out candy on October 31st for Halloween. At the start hour of 8 p.m. to midnight.
8 p.m.?
Yeah. An act of bringing life back to our community now that the pandemic of the coronavirus 19 is over. I plan to see all my blanked out neighborhood residents this Halloween night, as I myself will be participating in the spirit of Halloween, going door to door, trick-or-treating, and introducing myself to all my residents.
First of all, don't introduce yourself on Halloween, okay? There's too much going on. I don't want to meet new friends on Halloween.
Again, these are obnoxious neighbors. People are sharing what some of the messages that they've been getting from some of their neighbors that just need to straight up mind their business.
You see this in TV shows all the time that take place in America because we don't really have homeowners associations up here. Like if you live in a condo, you have the condo board, you have to do all that. But that's like living in a house where you have a condo board.
Right.
Where they're like, you get a fine from the homeowners association if you don't mow your lawn.
Yes.
Like if you leave your pumpkin on your stair for too long after Halloween. Like you get fines.
This one was left in another Facebook message group. The title reads, "Please stop cooking."
Oh,
the message reads, "I can smell the cooking and it triggers my undiagnosed allergies."
Oh my God.
Please do not cook your food, but instead opt for foods that do not require cooking, like carrot sticks and grape nut seeds. If cooking is absolutely necessary, please consider the following options: not cooking or heating food naturally.
Naturally? What does that mean? With the sun?
Over the
No
fire.
idea.
Like you sit on it?
And finally, I'm going to read this one last one to you guys, okay?
Yeah.
Obnoxious neighbors. This was a message that was left in another community Facebook group.
Okay.
It bothers me that my neighbor takes a shower between 9 and 11 p.m. I asked her to shower early, and she does not obey me. It is very late, and the sound of the shower takes away my peace. What do I do with it?
You know, as a condo person, I can hear when my people upstairs shower and pee.
And it bothers you though? When
No,
somebody takes a shower?
No, it doesn't bother me, but I can hear the shower and I hear their stream of pee.
What? How thin are your walls? It's like paper mache.
Bro, I think it's somebody living in your place that you haven't found yet.
Oh my God.
I really do.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Those obnoxious neighbors, the ones that just can't mind their own damn business.
I've never had a war with a neighbor, I don't think. I was trying to think about that. Like, I don't like an actual, like...
We've called, we've had...
Oh, we know.
We know you call the cops and
just last week,
security and
we know.
on every single person in your
I had
building.
a neighbor last week that left his like half-eaten food in the hallway because he thought it was a hotel.
So?
And?
Yeah, but I
Is
had
it preventing you from walking to the
I
elevator?
don't want bugs, so I called security.
Bugs!
I'm sorry, but meat on a carpet is like the sign for bugs.
First of all, don't ever say those words like that again. Okay.
Deepa, since you and your husband moved into it's a townhouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that complex.
Yeah.
Last year, have you guys come across any obnoxious neighbors?
Not obnoxious, but I almost had beef with one of them because
Do tell.
she had asked the lol for help with changing her tires. And she was like, "I'll take you to dinner after." And I was like, that's my man. He's got a wedding ring on his finger. But she was a lovely...
Is she married too?
What did you actually say?
I was like, I don't think I said anything.
No, you didn't say anything.
That was very nice.
But you see how Deepa was trying to flex and then and then right out she's like, "Oh, but she's so lovely."
Yeah, she's so lovely.
Maybe she just genuinely needed help switching the tire.
Yeah,
right?
maybe. But you don't need to take him out for dinner.
That's a nice thing to do. I wouldn't mind that, actually.
We're getting a couple of texts. My neighbor banged on our front door at 8 p.m. for our, quote, ratchet music being too loud. We were watching Encanto.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Roz, what about your neighbors, Roz?
I don't, man. I don't. I'm cool.
Man, you think Roz knows any of his neighbors?
Or is Roz the one they're complaining about?
Probably. I don't. I keep to myself, man. I'm like, I even get like anxiety when I see Catherine and the sun's gone down and she goes in the backyard in a house coat and busts out the leaf blower. Right? I get anxiety about that because I think she's going to piss people off. Right?
No.
Like, yeah.
You don't think like all the neighborhood kids walk by and they look at the house and they're like, old man Weston lives there. Don't step on the grass.
Wow. Well, I'd rather talk about meat on the carpet again rather than deal with any of this.
A couple more texts, obnoxious neighbors. I was the one that had to call the town on my neighbors because they had a jungle in their backyard. Another person said, speaking of cooking, because I was reading some of these other comments from people from this thread that I found where one person didn't like the fact that their neighbor was cooking so much and had asked, hey, can you not cook with so many ingredients?
Right.
So this person that replied said, speaking of cooking, my neighbor needs to stop cooking. She stinks up the entire building and opens her door. So the smell reeks right through our entire building and into my apartment. I swear, I'm not going to read this part, what she's cooking, but it's just not nice.
Yeah, racist. Okay. Racist, huh?
925 555, or you can call 416-870-8888.
Hi. So I actually had a neighbor try and get me and my mom arrested because we walked on their driveway and we were quote unquote trespassing.
What? Like you're just walking across their driveway to get to like your home?
No, so we have a shared driveway. So like there's no divider.
Yeah.
So originally it started because we live next to a rental house and sometimes we would just kind of drive on their driveway to jockey our cars. And then I guess she got really upset about it. And one day kind of like accosted my mom. So she actually like yelled at my mom one time and like cursed at her. And then later on when I got home from school, because I was in university at the time, she yelled at me. She was standing outside on the phone and then she yelled at me and then she called the police. And the cop knocked on my door and was like, I don't know you, but I can tell you that I already like you and your mom. Like, your neighbor doesn't really like me that much. And like she actually told the neighbor or the police officer that if we continue to do it, she'd pound our faces in.
Oh, wow.
And and then he's like, well, if you do that, then I'm going to take you to jail. So that was like one of the very many feuds that we got into. But it was just funny because later on, we ended up having a house fire. Thankfully, like everything was fine. Like everyone was safe. The house was still intact. It was just a room that caught on fire. But we were staying in a townhouse that insurance put us in. So while we weren't there, they were jockeying on our driveway. And then when we moved back, my mom noticed that they were doing it. So she had like asked them not to. And then she got all defensive and she was like, I thought we put this in the past. Yeah. And my mom was like, it's just the principle of the matter. Like you made such a big deal and you called the police on us, which apparently she didn't tell her boyfriend about or her friends because we have like mutual friends. Like I went to school with one of her girlfriends and she's like, oh yeah, your mom made such a big deal about it. I'm like, oh, did she tell you about how she made the big deal first and like
just
called the
never ending. Damn. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
No problem.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our very own Deepa Prashad. Deepa Prashad. Round of applause, round of applause.
What the hell we're applauding for, but I'm in.
Deepa, it wasn't that long ago, told us on the show that one of her life's goals was to learn how to drive a stick.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? She started.
Oh, yeah? Who drives?
Yes.
Where'd you get the car?
We got it from a family friend. I've been driving stick for about 2 years. 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I haven't given up on it. So it's been a journey.
You've been practicing for 2 years. You haven't fully been driving.
Practice, like including that time.
Yeah.
So about 2 years with a manual car.
And on Instagram, where I saw the video, getting a lot of love. I mean, somebody did diss your ride, though. Being like, yo, 8-year-old Civic.
It's older than that. I was very happy about the 8-year-old part.
So you didn't even correct them on that. But, yo, you're saying some people were actually being mean to you about driving stick.
Yeah, so the reason that I posted this video is because I get hate on F1, like all my F1 videos, because people are like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know how to drive with 2 arms on a wheel. So then I posted this video in response to that. Like I responded to the person and I was like, yeah, the reason I don't know how to drive with 2 hands on the wheel is because I'm busy shifting gears. So I thought it was savage. And I was like, oh my God, people are going to find this so funny.
Do you have to shift gears in the F1 game?
No, well, you have paddle shifters.
Oh,
so
paddle.
you don't need to
Oh,
move
I
your
got
hands.
you.
But
Well,
then,
I would say for the most part, like going through the comments on your IG, everyone's like super proud. People are like, nothing like driving stick. I miss my old car. Another person said you're finally driving a real car.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But there's some people that were like, they just weren't happy with what I posted. And they're like, oh, why don't you show us you driving from a full stop and getting into gear one?
God.
And I'm like, so I don't understand what you think. Do you think that like halfway through this video, my husband started the car for me and we switched seats and then I just continued on?
I think that they think that you stalled it 3 times before you got
God.
to where you were filming.
Oh my God. I stalled. I haven't tried, like my buddy Ryan tried to teach me like forever ago.
Yeah.
And I stalled so many times. I just
Right.
got discouraged.
I've never tried.
I
when
tried
you're-
once and then that was it.
When you're driving up a hill and you see that light turn yellow.
Oh my God. I hate, my heart starts racing. I've rolled back so many times.
Yeah.
How do you go from brake gas thingy thing?
Like you
only have 2 feet.
But so there's 3 pedals.
Because
But
you don't. Hopefully, Jesus, Mariah, I don't think you're thinking that you use all 3 of those at the same time.
I've literally never done what Deepa did. I've
Yeah, you
never
use
tried.
both feet and then your left arm.
Yeah.
Your left hand.
You turn your foot sideways and you slam on the gas and the brake at the same time, and then you pump the clutch.
That makes sense.
Right? Yeah.
Moore's like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Kia
Have you ever
gang,
tried,
baby.
Shem?
Kia gang, man. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Yeah, right.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Shem likes to flex with a Kia XL.
Forte XL.
Standing all day, gang.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Gavin, what's going on?
I have a question for you about your book.
This is going to take forever. Oh, it's about my book. Okay, cool. Go ahead. We have all the time in the world for my book. It's called A Little Bit Broken. On sale now. Makes a perfect Christmas gift.
I'm on page 291.
Actually, I got your book a month ago for my birthday.
Okay.
I was really interested in the book, and I saw it on sale in a Walmart near me, and I immediately said that that's what I wanted for my birthday.
Cool, man.
And I was wondering, when I was looking at the cover...
Wait. Pause. How much on sale was it?
I don't remember.
I think he means on sale as just like they were selling.
I don't know, man. I saw somebody, they put a 30% off sticker right on my face.
Already?
I wasn't. No, that's how books are. Books go. They start the discount the day it goes on sale.
Don't they have to ask your permission?
No, they don't. It's not up to me. Anyway, man, what's your question? Sorry.
As I was looking at the cover, I noticed that you put your name over your eyes, and I was wondering if there's any sort of like big symbolism behind that.
You know what's crazy, dude? Is I had a whole video that I recorded that I was going to release where I talked about the cover of the book and designing the cover of the book because publishers don't let authors design their book covers, right? They just don't. But I fought like hell, and then I got to design my own book cover. And it's interesting. I had like 50 different versions of that cover with that picture and words placed in all different areas. And I had about 20 of them printed out, and I laid them all out on the table. And they were there for about a week. And I would come in and I would look at them, and I just wanted to see which one caught my eye, which one I felt the most comfortable with. And most of them were the words either sort of, my name was above my head and then the title of the book was below it, but you could see my face. And during this time, I was also deep into the editing process of the book, and I was reading the book like I was reading the entire book every 2 days for about 2 weeks, right? So I was like really, really into the book, and I started getting incredible anxiety that I was saying too much. And I walked into the room one day, and I had one cover that was done with my name on it, but my name was sort of going the other way, and you couldn't see my eyes. And because of the anxiety that I was going through, the only then version of the cover of the book that I was comfortable with was actually covering up my eyes. Because I was like, I felt too exposed. I couldn't be that exposed on the cover and then that exposed inside the book. And so I called the publisher back and I was like, I'm going to send you a version of the cover, and this is the cover that I want to go with. And then it took a lot of convincing, like a lot. There was this is 3 weeks worth of discussions on how I wanted to cover up my eyes on the cover. And it was because I felt too exposed on the cover of the book. And most people, when they, if a publisher says to you, we want you to write a book for us and we want to put your face on the cover, very few authors will ever say, yeah, but you have to cover up some of my face or you have to cover up some of my eyes. It's a very weird thing for them to hear because most people are just super ego driven. But for me, there was no version 2. The only way that I was going to release this book is that if my eyes were covered.
I think that's really interesting, actually.
Yeah, and then it's funny. And then I made this whole video talking about this, and then I felt too exposed even making the video, so I didn't post it.
Was there any version of the cover with you shirtless?
No, there was no version of the cover of me shirtless. I wore the same outfit, but like I have a couple pictures of like me, like with like a hat on and stuff like that. Like we did a whole photo shoot for it, right? And I was like, this is ridiculous, man. I can't wear it like this. I can't wear
Can you
like
release alternate covers so we could see them?
It's not up to me. It's not up to me.
No, I don't mean in the books, right? I just mean on your social.
Oh,
so we could say here were the I think that's a great idea, don't you, Gavin?
Yeah.
I do think that would be pretty cool to see the sort of process.
You have 2 likes right there.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Shem too.
Roz on a top hat or like a...
No, not a top hat, Shem, for God's sakes.
And monocle?
Yeah,
no,
monocle.
No, it was like, hold on, let me see. I may just you shut up.
A little bit broken.
Hold on, just stop for 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna okay, here, hold on. I'm gonna show this picture to I'm gonna show it to Shem. Hold on here. Do I even have it? I don't know if I have it. Oh, yes. Hold on here. Maury, I need you to look away from your camera.
I want to see this
No,
too.
look away from your camera. I'm not showing you.
Why?
Because I don't want your opinion on it.
What if I just keep my mouth shut?
No, close your eyes, please. Turn your back to the camera. Turn your back. So that's the picture right there, Shem.
Oh!
No, I have to see now. I have to see.
Yo!
You can't do that
Should
to
I
me.
post that?
What?
Yeah?
Let me tell you something. That was me?
Yeah?
Woo! DMs.
Yeah.
On fire.
Maybe I'll give it to you. You can post it.
Can I?
I want to see the photo.
All right. Gavin, man, thank you so much for the call, dude.
Of course, anytime.
Right on, bro. Take care.
And I just wanted to mention,
Yeah.
I live like 5 minutes from from Roz Weston Way.
In Acton?
Yeah.
Yeah? Keep it nice
And
for me.
I think that your depiction of Acton is absolutely spot on. This place has not changed.
No, eh? No?
No, not at all.
Yeah, just enough of nothing to get you into trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I gotcha. I hear you. Thanks, Gavin.
Anytime.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Amanda, what brings you to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life today?
My husband hates my job.
Oh, damn. You wrote us this, Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. I've been a flight attendant for almost 17 years, and I love my job. I've been doing my job since before we met. He loved it in the beginning and still loves the perks of my job, but hates it when I actually have to work. He's the best husband and the best dad. He just doesn't like what I do. Maybe he just misses me too much when I'm gone. What do I do, or is it time for me to find a new job? How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for just over 15 years. We'll be married 15 years in January.
And
yeah.
You've been a flight attendant this whole time?
Absolutely.
Jeez. And how has it been for you?
I like it. It gets really hard managing schedules because I don't get Christmas off. I don't get holidays off. I don't get weekends off. But I only work 13 days a month. So I get a lot of downtime off that I get to spend with my kids and my family that a lot of other people wouldn't get to do.
And do those 13 days a month off sort of line up with his schedule?
Well, sometimes. It depends on the month, but not usually. A lot of my days off are during the week.
Right.
I try to work during the week, on the weekends so that I can be there for my kids during the school week.
And so he was cool with this for a real long time. What changed?
I don't know if he was ever 100% cool with it. There was never a conversation when we had kids that I would ever stop doing this. And I don't know if he maybe thought I would, or when the kids were little, like my kids are 14 and 12 now. Mm-hmm. But when they were little, that's when it was really hard. It's not, they don't need us as much these days, and it's easier for me to be away and they can look after themselves. So to me, like, the hard part is over. This
Well,
is
but-
like, should be a little bit easier.
Sure, but not for him, though, right?
Of course, no. And I give him all the credit in the world. I wouldn't be able to do my job if it wasn't for him. So he allows me to get to do what I want to do.
Obviously, you talk to colleagues. How have other people? How have other people got over this? Because I'm sure that this is not a unique problem to you guys.
A lot either can't keep a relationship going, or they have a lot of family that live close by that are able to help, or their husbands also travel for business. There's a lot of, it ranges, but yeah, a lot of people have the same issues and they go through the same things and need answers just like I do.
Yeah. I know when you Google, because I did right before we jumped on the phone, like how do you make a relationship with a flight attendant work? And a lot of the things that come up are trust issues.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a thing at all. Like, you seem like you have a pretty decent marriage from everything you've said. Like, are there trust issues?
We have a really great relationship. Trust issues, I don't think it comes between like us, but it's the stereotype of the job.
When I was doing both jobs, when I was doing this show here with Mocha, and then I was also doing ET Canada. When Rox was real little, I was doing ET Canada, this show, and then traveling most weekends. Right. And so I was working 13 and a half-ish hours a day out of the house for like 14 or 15. And then on Friday, I'd get on a plane and go to LA and not come back until Sunday night. Right.
Yeah.
And it was tough. Like, it was really, really tough. And I knew that I couldn't sustain that schedule forever.
Yeah.
Right. And I told her that I knew I couldn't sustain that schedule forever. And then I kept going back on sort of my word about how I was going to cut back on the TV show stuff. Eventually, I had to. Eventually, I started working less days and I took less money for it. And eventually, I stopped traveling. And then the pandemic hit and I didn't travel at all. And realizing how much of life that I had actually missed, even though Roxy's like 12 years old now, but just how much life I had missed, I knew that there was no way that I could go back to ET Canada and be normal.
Yeah.
Right. There was just there was no way. I needed to make a change. And I'm not saying that, you may get to that point, but you got a relationship that you have to maintain. And if I'm doing something that Catherine is indifferent to, I'm okay with that. But if I'm doing something that is actually sort of making her miserable, I have to take that into consideration. And I never looked at it. I never looked at it as she was pressuring me to leave ET Canada, because she never would pressure me to do something. But I think that when you need to cut back. And I think that the problem is you need to figure out what changed.
Well, in the beginning, it was fun. We had no kids. We could travel whenever we wanted. Travel was cheap. It was fun and exciting. And we don't get to use the perks as much as we used to.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like it was kind of worth it before and maybe not as much now. The other thing is, like, I've thought many times about quitting and starting a new job and starting something new and exciting, but I love my job so much. I love my job. The seniority I have, all the perks, and the time that I do get to spend with my kids is amazing. I get to go on all their field trips and all that kind of stuff that a lot of parents don't get to do. And I'm worried that if I was to leave my job and find something else, that I'd end up resenting it.
Yeah,
and possibly resenting it.
100%. And you will, absolutely. I just think that you have all of these benefits, right? And you feel that you're living a great life and you love your job and you got seniority and you get to go on class field trips and everything else. None of the things that you just mentioned right now about why you love that job, did you mention your husband?
That's true. Yeah.
And I think that that's what he sees.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, I've never thought of it that way, but yeah.
Right. I think that
I look at it from the mom, not the wife.
I think that all the benefits that you see, you're looking at it through the sort of mom lens, and which is fine, but you're not looking at any of it through the wife lens. And you literally just listed 5 reasons why you love that job, and not one of them had involved, time with your husband. I think that he sees that. And I think that even if you just maybe have a conversation with him, that may be a difficult conversation, but I think that you need to acknowledge that.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. I think I just need to indulge it more, maybe. Because I do acknowledge it, and I do give him all the credit. And I'll tell anyone who listens that he's such a great dad, and that I get to do what I want.
I know, but but you're sitting here going, I will tell anybody who's listening, but we're not the ones that need to hear it.
I know.
He's the one that needs to hear it.
No, I know.
Tell him.
Yeah, I do. I do have to tell him more.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Okay. Hope that helped.
All right. Thank you for your help.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
You see this clip of The Rock, my boy, out at 7-Eleven in Hawaii, paying it back.
Yeah.
The story that The Rock told for years on years is that when he was dirt poor, couldn't afford anything, but still wanted to work out and still had to like get his wrestling training and football training in every single day, he would go to a local 7-Eleven store and he would steal a Snickers bar because it gave him that sugar. It also gave him the protein. Right. And he's always wanted to kind of pay back. So he went back in this video, he went back to that 7-Eleven and grabbed like a bunch of paper bags and started loading up the paper bags with all the Snickers that they had in stock off the shelf.
Yeah.
And then takes it up to the counter. And this poor guy behind the desk has to then ring in each one, like scans each individual Snickers bar while The Rock is standing there telling the story. And then other people are in the store and The Rock's like being generous and nice and saying, hey, what are you buying? You know what? I got it. I'll take care of it for you. Right? So here's that
I
video.
have been waiting decades to do what I'm getting ready to do now. Hey, where's your Snickers? When I was 14 years old, every day I used to stop here at this 7-Eleven and steal a king-size Snicker bar because I couldn't afford to buy one. That was my pre-workout food. I did that for almost a year every day. I had to come back and buy every Snickers bar on those shelves. What's your name? BK. Ring all these up. BK's like...
So this is the part where the guy's like ringing in every single one
every day.
Individually.
We're doing that. I gotta come back and I have to buy them, you know what I mean? BK's look, listen, I'm trying to count all this. I don't need to hear your stories. Go tell Oprah. What do you got? Oh my gosh. You want anything? You got anything? Thank you. How much? 98. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna leave these here. If somebody looks like they're stealing Snickers, give them these so they don't steal it. Thank you. After decades of me wanting to come back home to 7-Eleven and try and make good, that felt really, really good. I'm out. Snickers and 7-Eleven.
So he leaves all of the Snickers that he just purchased in the paper bags on the counter and says anyone that comes in that wants a Snickers, just give them to them, right? And he paid $298.
I would just take the Snickers and stick it back on the shelf and sell them twice.
You think that guy behind the counter didn't think the exact same thing and did the same thing right after? As soon as
Isn't that what you would do?
Right? And then you could you could.
Right?
They've already been tallied.
Thank you.
So like,
yes.
if you wanted to, you can just take that on.
Also, The Rock said that he went in every day for a year. Okay? The Rock did not buy a year's worth of Snickers. He bought a lot of Snickers.
He bought whatever was in stock.
But he did not buy a year's worth of Snickers.
So what you say? He's got to go back?
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to play something for you guys.
Yeah.
There's this French dude who lives in the States now, and he went on his very first date with an American girl, right?
Oh.
And he then goes on TikTok and tells the story of how horribly wrong it went.
Oh, what? Just because she was an American girl, or it just happened to be horrible?
It just happened to be horrible.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now he's got, super thick French accent. So I'll play it for you first, and then I have like some of the quotes that we can, if you need help deciphering. Okay?
Yeah.
Guys, yesterday I had my first date with an American woman.
Oh, he's walking down the street, by the way. He's not running.
Real accent?
He's not running away from her.
This guy sounds made up to me.
That sounds like a cartoon.
Guys, yesterday I had my first date with an American woman. And it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. I arrived at the restaurant. First of all, her name is Kimberly. Oh la la, Kimberly. It's not my favorite name, but it's fine, she's pretty, so we sit down, we take the menu, and she looks me in the eyes and she tells me she doesn't eat gluten. But how can you not eat gluten? Gluten is my life.
She doesn't eat gluten.
Kimberly, gluten is croissant. Gluten
I
is
don't believe this guy's
baguette.
French at all. No way.
How can you not eat gluten? So I'm starting to be confused. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I look left, I look right. I'm a bit confused in this restaurant. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to have some glass of wine, like chill a little bit, And so I was like, what do you want to drink? And she says me, she doesn't drink alcohol. Oh, la, 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 la. How can you not drink alcohol in your life, Kimberly? Alcohol is joy. Le vin, the wine is the joy. So I'm sorry if I left the restaurant without saying goodbye. I couldn't stay there. I'm sorry, but I can't have a love relationship with someone who doesn't eat gluten and doesn't drink wine. I'm sorry, Kimberly.
No.
First of all, what French person is going to make a TikTok and put French music behind it?
Yeah, come on. I'm looking at a picture of this guy. What's the guy's name? It's
Renan.
Yeah.
You don't think it's real?
I don't know.
Sounds like the Tinder swindler.
He does, right? Right? Yes. I'm looking at a picture of him in like some real fancy place, and he has got 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's got like 3 long buttons from the top. Like his shirt is wide open, which I fully respect. And that to me says that the guy might actually be French.
Yeah. Definitely.
The way he wears a shirt is definitely French. But I don't know. Like it just seemed to me like the whole thing was like very.
So he had a problem with her name being Kimberly, but it's okay. He'll test out the date anyway.
Yeah.
He didn't like the fact that she didn't like gluten because he loves gluten. And then he loves alcohol, but she does not drink.
He's French, right? It's all
Le
bread
vin,
and
the
wine.
wine is the joy.
Right? It's all I don't know. Play some of the beginning of this guy again for me.
The wine is the joy.
Okay,
guys,
I need to know if
yesterday I
he's a
had
troll
my
or
first
an
date
angel.
with an American woman.
This is my favorite part.
And it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. I arrived at the restaurant. First of all, her name is Kimberly. Oh la la, Kimberly. It's not my favorite name, but it's fine, you know. She's pretty, you know. So we sit down, we take the menu, and she looks me in the eyes and she tells me she doesn't eat gluten. But how can you not eat gluten? Gluten is my life. Kimberly, gluten is croissant. Gluten is baguette. How can you not eat gluten? So I'm starting to be confused. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I look left, I look right. I'm a bit confused in this restaurant. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to have some glass of wine, you know, like chill a little bit, you know. And so I was like, what do you want to drink? And she says me she doesn't drink alcohol. Oh, la, how can you not drink alcohol in your life?
Okay, so this guy's an actor, right?
He is?
We know that, yes.
Yeah, but he moved to France with his family when he was 5. He was born in Brazil, so maybe if he moved to France when he was 5, maybe he picks up this heavy accent.
Come on now.
Let me read to you guys some texts that we're
Yes,
getting.
please, yes.
Frenchie's a fake. LOL. Still funny though. Another person said that French is fake as F. My brother's girlfriend is from France. She doesn't sound like that.
No.
Another text says there's no way this guy is real.
The menu.
A French guy would not use, quote, like mid-sentence. That comes to us from Jenny.
Le vin, the wine is the joy.
I'm looking at have you seen his Instagram yet, Maury?
I had no idea.
Okay, yeah.
Hold
yeah,
on
it was only a matter of time.
Hold on a second. What?
It was only a matter of time.
He's what everyone's dream man looks like.
What's the guy's name on Instagram?
Okay, it's here we go.
Maury Sherman.
No.
Also, by the way, he already has 1.5 million followers.
Oh, wow.
So Deepa, it is I am, so AIM
Yep.
RENAN
Mhm.
PACHECO verified.
Did you look at his story?
Actor living in LA.
Oh, look at Maury.
Roz, did you look at his most recent IG
No,
story?
No, why?
Just do it.
No, it's fine, Maury. Your job is to not look at his chest. It's to find something where he's speaking normally.
No, but in this
No,
story,
I don't need you to do this. I need you to find something on there, start listening, and see if he does this accent on all of his things.
He's in a towel.
I don't care if he's in a towel. Somebody do some bloody research and find out if this guy's actually French.
Le vin, the wine is the joy.
Okay, by the way, if you're just joining us, there's a guy who claims to be French. I say he's not French at all, who says that he told a story about going on a date with an American girl, and it was a disaster. And his accent to me sounds totally and completely made up. Completely made up.
How can you not drink alcohol in your life?
Okay, right? You know, it sounds like when Steve Martin was in the Pink Panther.
Oh my God, you're totally right.
Right? That sounds like Steve Martin doing a French accent. 100%. Has anybody? Have you watched any of his stuff, Maury?
I'm trying to make it play on the YouTube.
But
His
tell me,
acting
what
tape.
does he sound like normally?
I'm trying. I can't hear it.
What do you mean you can't? Is anybody else, Chem? Can
I'm
you watch
trying.
this stuff?
Yeah, I'll watch.
Okay, thank you.
sounds like this.
Le vin, the wine is
That's
the
not
joy.
it, Jackass Mocha. Find something else where the man is talking. I need to see if the accent is the same.
All his videos just have music on top.
Oh, for God's sake.
Come on, man.
It's that moment where you got to decide where are we going, you know.
This is his voice.
My place.
Oh, Jesus, Maury.
To my apartment. I don't want to this
All
all
right.
before you see me with her.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm watching Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Good show.
Yeah, Rox wanted to watch it.
Isn't it an old show?
Yeah, well, like 20. It started when we started, basically. It started that show
2009?
started, yeah, like
That long ago?
2010, 2011, something like
Who's
that.
in that again?
James Spader.
Oh, Robert California.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Explain the show. He's what, an ex-con or something like
No,
that?
so he is like a master criminal and who turns himself into the FBI in episode 1, season 1, like right in the first minute. He just walks right in the FBI building and gets down on his knees, puts his hands above his head. And then he says he's only going to speak to this one FBI agent, classic.
Of course.
Who's a rookie, classic. But you don't know why he's infatuated with this girl. And then what he says is that, listen, I am a criminal mastermind. I'm on your 10 most wanted list. But what I have for you is this blacklist of all these other criminals in the world that you don't even know about. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you catch them. But I only talk to this rookie cop.
Well,
right?
what's in it for him?
We don't know. You don't know.
Oh.
You don't know.
Look at Shem. Shem knows.
I've seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
9 seasons,
Yeah,
Roz.
yeah, I know.
Oh, wow.
Bro,
It's
we
so
have
good.
no problem plowing through 9 seasons of television.
Is
However,
it done or are they still making new ones?
no, it's done, but it's a network show, right? So when you're used to you forget what it's like to watch a network show, man. Especially from 2010, 2011. So when you're used to Netflix and you're used to all these sort of news shows, Yellowstone, everything else, right? Even like Wednesday, like all these shows, you're used to what a season is. But when you go back and watch like a network show like The Blacklist from 2011, season 1 has 22 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of television.
How long are each one? Like an hour?
Like 46 minutes, 45 minutes.
You're in for a ride. You're in for
That's
quite the ride, my
That's a lot
friend.
of television.
Yeah.
So I guess you didn't like click on the part that says episodes to see, just out of curiosity.
Yeah. Well,
so do you pause and watch other shows that you're already also watching, or is this your commitment?
It's our commitment as a family, right?
So
like we watch.
the girls won't go ahead and watch before.
Bro, we're so into the Blacklist. Okay, Catherine she had to work the other night, and so she left and didn't get home until 7 or something like that. And Rox and I had watched like an episode and a half, and when Catherine got in, she put it back on. But where she left off, and then Rox and I watched that episode and a half with her again, and then finished watching what we hadn't seen yet.
So you're still on season 1.
We just started season 2.
Oh,
we're on like
okay.
episode 3, season 2.
You'll be done by the new year if you plow through during Christmas.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're like, we got Christmas holidays coming up. Yeah,
That's what I did with Succession over last Christmas.
Is it? Yeah, it's always great, man. When you find a show, I had that with Yellowstone when I found
Oh my
Yellowstone
God, same.
a year and a half ago, whatever it was, because it was right before season 3 started. So I had 2 full seasons to just plow through, and then when I finished, season 3 started like the next week or something like that. Like,
so
it was great.
a little bit behind you guys, but when we started Yellowstone was right before they released season 4.
Right.
At the time it was on where was it? On Amazon,
On
Prime.
Prime Video.
So we
yeah.
watched everything and we were fully caught up. Like I think the season finale had just happened, and then like a week or 2 weeks later, they put everything else was up on Prime.
Yeah.
So we were able to catch up. But now it's like, now you got to wait a week, right?
I just read something about Wednesday because I talk all the time about how much I love that show. And I think that they just said that Netflix just said that the ratings for the viewership for Wednesday just surpassed season 4 of Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's still trending like pretty high.
Yeah.
That looks like a wicked show.
It's really good. Hold on, let me see if I'm right about that. Yeah, Wednesday. It just surpassed season 4 of Stranger Things in most hours viewed, which is bonkers, really.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is. Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Max, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Hey, Roz and Mocha. I'm good. How are you guys?
Are you really good? Why are you reaching out?
Well, I'm just wondering, how do you live with somebody who too often makes it seem like you don't do enough?
Oh, wow. Euro says, hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I always take care of the dishes, the dog, the laundry, the garbage, and the bathroom cleaning. And when you try to express frustration, they are on the defensive and ask for proof, or they go on the offense and shut you down for something else, maybe a wrongdoing from the past or whatever. What if this person is your partner that you are debating whether you should propose to or leave? I'm not an argumentative person. Okay, so hold on here. Are we talking about like your girlfriend?
Correct.
So what other things, Max, in your relationship are you guys fighting about? Other than this, what other like major thing is dividing you right now?
I think maybe the major thing would probably be how time is allocated to each other versus hobbies, let's say.
Okay.
Like
Like
time
what?
spent together.
So
Yeah.
she feels like you aren't dedicating time to your relationship because you were doing other things for yourself, like other interests in your life that you're spending time with.
Right. Like we have different interests, and I think she would want us to do more together versus I'm more of the type where I think it's okay if we do things separately and then we come back and that way we kind of have a story to tell. Right.
Okay. When you say when you weren't very specific with hobbies, what are you doing?
Well, for example, I'm more into sports, and so I'm more involved in the sports world, whereas she's not.
What does that mean, involved in the sports
Like you play
world?
a sport or you just like watch a lot of sports?
No. Like I used to play, I now coach.
Okay.
And so I'm been pretty heavily involved within sports for forever, for as long as I can remember.
The reason why I ask what else is kind of causing a rift in your relationship, Max, is because it seems like these other things that you're doing, that's not the problem. She keeps in the back of her mind this one major thing that's bothering her, and it's just compounded. So she goes back to that, expresses her frustrations with that through you not doing enough of the laundry or taking care of the dogs or this or that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. But I just, because I try to make up for it by doing those things, right, around the house to show her, like, in my way that I care for you, right? And I want to alleviate
but
whatever it is.
what are you doing to alleviate the fact that you guys don't spend time together? How are you spending time with her?
Well, I do. Maybe I'm not doing enough of it, but I do try to plan things where, we'll go out maybe to a comedy show or a movie.
Okay, but what are you doing, Max, where you are spending time with her, not at a place where you can't talk or connect? You just named two things where you're both sitting there. You might as well be on the couch watching Netflix. You just mentioned two things where you're sitting there. You're in and outside of your home environment, but you're watching something else going on. Somebody else is doing the talking. The two of you aren't connecting at all. You're not doing any talking whatsoever. What is the thing that you two are doing that you can connect on?
That's a good question, actually. I think that there's even when I try to get involved with the things that she's interested in, it's still that we're around other people, so it's not just us.
So what is life like when you guys are just occupying the same space when you're in the house? What's that dynamic? What's that dynamic? Like, what is happening?
There's often a lot of TV involved.
Okay, or you're
Either
sitting there on
TV or work.
you're on your phone or your computer and you're working on coaching.
Either working on coaching or working on work things.
But that's just sort of occupying space together. That's not spending time together. Right. So I think that the frustration is that you guys, even though, and it's oftentimes more frustrating. Like if you're out of the house doing something, that's a person can process that. They can understand that. But what's frustrating is that when you guys are both in the same space, but not actually spending time together, that is more noticeable. And that almost hurts more because then they feel ignored and or left out. Like that's not, I know to you, you're like, oh my God, we spent all day together. But did you?
Right.
And then you feel guilty. And so you're like, look, man, I did the dishes, I did the dog, I did the laundry. That's not what she wants. Is that what she's talking about?
It's not because of that. She just wants to spend time with you. Not at a movie, not at a sporting event, not at a comedy show, not on the couch watching something on TV.
Mm-hmm.
She needs max time.
Okay.
Yeah, and what you cannot say, dude, okay, is when she's like, oh my God, you spent so much time doing all this stuff. What you can't say is, well, why don't you just go and get your thing?
Well, if you don't say it like that, like how would you?
Bro.
Oh my God, you said that.
Bro, I know you said it.
that.
I know you said it.
Oh, Max.
I know you said it. I know you said it.
It's like,
I
give me another
know.
way to say it. Just
Yeah.
don't say that, Max.
I know you said it. Don't even
Spend time with your girl.
Yeah, like I know this situation, man.
Work on the relationship by
Right?
spending time together. That's all she wants, man. She just wants to
She's
be
not-
with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right? Spend time with your girl.
Okay.
Or don't.
I got you
or
guys.
don't.
No, I mean, I will.
You know,
It's,
nobody's forcing you to do it. Like if you
you know.
really, if you don't want to, like if you don't enjoy sitting there talking to her, you know, then don't. But you know, I don't think that you can put this on her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you dislike spending time with her so much that you fill your days with stuff that is not her, then that's what you need to figure out.
Right. No, I think you know, I didn't see it from, you know, her not being frustrated with what I'm actually doing, for example, around the house or the hobbies, but versus it being her, you know, asking without explicitly asking that she wants some time, just her and I. So that's not what I was seeing, and you know, I think it's obviously important, and I think that's what I was missing. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
Don't worry about it, Max. We got you. All the best, bro.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right,
Later,
homie.
dude. Love you too. Later,
bro.
Looking for some advice? Be a part of Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. Text FML to 925 555.
Kiss 92.5.
Hello. It's Ron Zamoka. Who's this?
Hey, Mocha, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's Tony calling.
What's up, Tony?
I was watching some TikTok and I saw Roz on there, and I was really impressed by his hair. I thought he had really good hair.
Thanks, man.
Which TikTok did you see?
Well, it had to do with the eye movement, the twitching and stuff.
With Tourette's?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was really a good segment you put on for the viewers and stuff like that. But you have great hair, by the way.
Thank you.
And it seems like it's a trend that a lot of males in their 40s are starting to follow, and they're starting to put gray in their hair. So it's kept us really busy with work, and so hey.
What do you mean it's kept you really busy with work? What do? You put gray in people's hair?
Yeah, we actually do. We actually put gray streaks in people's hair they want that look.
Bro,
Wait,
do you think
you're a hairdresser, obviously, right?
Yep.
Okay, and you are intentionally putting grays in people's hair?
Oh yeah. We bleach it out first, and then we go in with another color, which is a toner, and then we just put in whether it's a silver.
Do you think my gray is fake?
No, it's actually real, but a lot of people
I know.
want that. And I know you know. I hope you know. But it's becoming a really popular thing.
Wait, are
Even
you
with the
saying it looks so good, real, that it could be fake?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, it's done for sure. We do 25, 30-year-old girls that put gray in their hair.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Ask the listeners. They'll be calling you, and they'll like, for sure.
Do you ask the women like who are like that young, like a 25-year-old, let's say, comes in and says that they want gray in their hair? Do you ask them like why?
No, I just usually say, "Are you sure?"
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. Yeah.
Well, you're playing with people's heads too.
I got accused of like dyeing my hair not gray just because my beard is so gray. And the weird one is somebody asked me if I colored my mustache because I have a big gray beard, but my mustache is still dark.
Yeah.
Right? Like I look like a villain in some old Western.
Yeah, but usually the first place for it to go gray is on your chest and on your down there.
That's not the first.
Usually it is.
No, it's not.
What do you mean usually? What are you going around checking?
Bro, the head, okay? You first get a gray hair on your head. You do not get a gray hair a pube first.
Well, because you can't see it. That's why.
What do you mean you can't see it? Maybe you can't. I can. I can see perfectly down there.
Wow, that's pretty good, man. You must be into yoga.
What are you talking about?
Yep, that's all right.
It's not a weird thing to be able to see your own pubes.
Roz the yogi.
Yeah, you might miss one here and there.
No,
it's so close to your skin, you can't even tell.
Close to the skin?
It's white.
What color are you?
Bro.
Okay.
Okay. Listen.
Guys.
I got a couple gray chest hairs,
Yeah.
right? I'll admit to that, right? Yeah. I've had a couple gray down there. Sure, I've admit to that.
Do people
but
dye the gray down there?
They happen way later in life, dude. That's not the first place.
Wow. Well, then
Nature doesn't do that. Nature doesn't make your genitals feel old before they make your face feel old. Okay, nature's
Well,
not
I'm
that cruel.
Hey, there's nothing about having white hair doesn't mean you're going to be old.
Oh my God.
Sure, I got 20-year-olds that have gray hair. Doesn't mean they're old.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I don't dye my hair gray.
Well, I didn't say you did.
Oh my God. This is what happens when somebody tries to pay me a compliment. I find a way to ruin it. I just
big time.
I can't
All
I
you had
can't
to
just
do-
accept the compliment and move on. He called and said that he liked my hair, and now I dislike him.
Yeah. 3 minutes ago, all you have to do is say thank you.
Right, that's it.
Right?
And I'm incapable of just saying thank you.
And then we would have
That's
just
okay.
Yes.
said thanks for the call. Have a nice day.
Is it okay though?
Ross.
Yeah.
Ross.
What?
Love you.
Oh, shut up, dude. Shut up.
That's
You're
great.
such a jerk.
Bro, thank you so much
Okay,
for
bro.
calling in. Oh, hold on. Dare I ask before we let you go between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
It's Mr. Ross.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know
Yeah.
why, Ross?
Why?
Because I'm just like you.
Oh, God.
You can't even stomach it. Thanks, bro. Take care.
Later, man.
Okay, ciao.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Love this part of the podcast. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Is the criticism warranted for Mariah Carey's low energy performance at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade yesterday?
Absolutely not. She
It
did
is
fantastic.
not. Okay. A lot of people saying that she was super low energy. Some people saying that at moments it looked like she was forgetting the words to her own song, and it was a awful lip sync performance.
Everyone's okay. First of all, one of my first times ever watching the parade.
Yes.
My mind was blown at how much everyone lip syncs and how they don't try to hide it.
No, everybody lip syncs.
No, but I didn't know that. So
Oh,
watching
yeah.
this was crazy. So compared to everyone else, Mariah did well.
Well, but when you come on as the Queen of Christmas and they introduce you as the
Yeah.
Queen of Christmas, so we can play a clip. It's just like it just
It's
sounds
the
like
CD.
it's just the record, right? But this is from the parade yesterday.
Here she is, the Queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey.
Okay, right?
Oh, no, flawless.
Flawless.
Having not watched the parade, I
Yeah.
would say this is. It sounds just like how I hear the song on the radio.
Right? Brilliant.
Oh, so good.
Brilliant.
Mariah.
Yes. But fans were discussing the fact that she wasn't moving, but when you actually look at the sort of weirdo little platform that she was on, she really didn't have anywhere to move.
But if you go to Mariah Carey concert, she doesn't move there either.
I know, but it's always been a.
I don't
it's
go to
always
Mariah
been a-
Carey concert.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
so I'm here to tell you that
Okay.
she did what she always does.
Okay, yes. I'm just saying more. I'm just
yeah,
going through
God.
the reaction, man. I don't want to take
Relax,
this so
man.
personally. Relax. Jeez.
You're not related to her, okay?
No.
I know, but why
I
would
know.
anybody take to social media to criticize a wonderful performance?
Was it though?
Oh, sorry.
I would-
Hold on a second. Take to social media to criticize? Bro. Don't let anyone go through your timeline.
Yeah.
She looked great.
Okay, she did look great. I'm giving you that. I'm just saying that people were talking about how, even though it was lip sync, it was a lackluster lip sync performance. That's all I'm saying.
But what else is she supposed to
I
do?
don't know, man. I'm not sure. Do you want? Sean Paul was there. Do you want to listen to a little bit of his record? Because he lip synced too.
Oh. Wow.
Really sounds great, huh?
Just the way it sounds like on the radio. Oh, hold on. There's two Sean Pauls?
Well, he was talking
I
into his
know.
microphone over the record.
Come on, Sean Paul.
Wait till you hear how they did Dionne Warwick dirty.
Oh,
so
no,
Dionne
what
Warwick's
happened?
Dionne Warwick's performing, and like right in the middle of it, they do a promo for the dog show. Listen to this.
No, they did not.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful voice.
so far so good, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Is she also lip syncing?
Oh, hell yeah.
She was sitting down, too.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on. Dion's not going to. You think if all the performers up there are all lip syncing, Dionne Warwick's not going to come out? Come on. And that's a rough day for people, too. You got to go out on the float. And they got to get you in the middle of a parade route. Like, when the hell does this happen, Maury?
Fast forward a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
How much Dionne Warwick did you put in?
1 minute.
Man.
Okay.
Like, where is
Okay.
the part where Ross said in the middle of her performance, like, shortly after?
Oh, God, man.
Are you
Never
serious?
Mind. Never mind. I don't even want to hear it anymore. There was a sexy Smokey the Bear balloon that got everybody hot and bothered, apparently. I don't know if you saw the balloon yesterday. The Smokey the Bear balloon was ripped. And, of course, Smokey the Bear is like, his outfit is like jeans, no shirt, right? So already kind of a cheeky look.
Oh,
right.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Right?
Yo, why Smokey out here throwing out the thirst traps?
I know, Smokey out there, like, they gave him packs.
Wow.
He's got,
Smokey been working out.
Right? Yes. Yeah, so
come on,
jeans and no
Yo,
shirt.
meet me in the forest.
And he's got that hat.
Yo, ladies, meet me in the forest.
Yeah, and he's got that axe, like real. You're right. Like
Wow.
they told. Why you gotta make Smokey sexy?
I know.
Right?
Yo, I got this nice cabin out there. You can just be me and you, light a fire.
Light a fire?
Yeah, I know how to do it safely.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody was like, man, Smokey the Bear looks buff. I will prevent forest fires, Mr. Bear. I promise.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was the
Did you see what people did to Leah Michelle on social?
No.
So she opened the parade.
Yeah.
But people wanted to say how well she did, so they tweeted to her, but only used emojis because that way she can't read.
Oh my God, that's so mean.
No,
That's
really?
so mean. That's so
I'm not gonna laugh at that. That's mean. That's mean.
You know, I wouldn't have got that at all. Like, I never would have got that just because I forget stuff. But yeah, so that was the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Slow day everywhere in the world today just because of American Thanksgiving. Everything does sort of shut down, even though they all, I guess, are supposed to work a half day today after a Thursday holiday.
What? We're in the States?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody working a half day.
I know, ain't nobody working a half day, but like Wall Street's open, I think, for half a day today.
What's the point?
Like, I don't know. I don't
Like they're
know.
really showing up to Wall Street after a big Thanksgiving turkey,
yes.
mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, all the fixins.
All the fixins.
Wait, but which half of the day? Maybe they get to sleep in and go in later in the day.
No, it would be the morning. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. It's dumb. It's dumb. But nobody does, but that's the sort of norm. Like, most people take today as a holiday because yesterday was the holiday. So most people just extend and they got to actually use a holiday day.
Damn, yo, when you go on Twitter and look up like for Smokey the
Oh,
Bear,
bro, I'm telling you. People
really-
are super horny for Smokey the Bear.
really
Yeah.
did
Yeah, I
set
know.
the thirst trap.
I know.
Like, ladies, chill. Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Matthew McConaughey, there's so little going on in the world right now just because of American Thanksgiving, but Matthew McConaughey did a video talking about why his family eats Thanksgiving dinner at midnight.
Yeah, Thanksgiving at our house, we love to barbecue. We love to light a fire in the backyard. And we don't eat early. We can say dinner's at 7 o'clock, but really, the meat will be ready at about 11. Why?
Oh, my God.
Mainly because my older brother. He doesn't like to grill. He likes to smoke. Why does he like to smoke? I mean, on the grill, a smoker? Because it takes so damn long, and it gives him something to do with his cigar and his beer, sit outside in the backyard, and just kind of look at that smoker. Yeah, he's not really doing anything with it. He's not a chef, but he's kind of looking at that smoker. How we doing out there, Ruse? Are ready? Oh, no, I think we've got a couple more hours. Well, anyway, he's just biding time so he can sit around and keep chit-chatting with everybody. That's what Thanksgiving is at our house. Thanksgiving dinner, 11, midnight.
Oh my God! Because your lazy ass brother wants to sit outside, smoke and drink.
Yeah, because Rooster takes forever. So good. I'm down with that, man. We have such there's such a divide in my family because Catherine and Roxy, like if they could, 4:30 every day would be dinner time, and
yes.
I just can't vibe with that.
Yes.
Right? I just can't vibe with that at all.
I feel like Catherine and Roxy need to just have dinner at our place.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like relieve the pressure from you, I guess.
Yeah, I get their dinner ready every day, like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
It is the best.
Yeah.
I love eating early.
Yeah.
Catherine and
It's
Roxy can
so
go to
good.
Mocha's.
Yeah.
Eat dinner at 4:30.
Watch a
5 o'clock.
movie.
No,
Yeah.
have dinner while do that, and I'll come and
No,
eat late
Maury, I
with
don't
you.
I don't want you at my house. I don't know how else I can say this without sounding rude. Like I've not invited you politely a million times. now your feelings are hurt, right?
I came up with a great plan.
That's not a great plan.
You walked into that one, bro.
Yeah, like you're not coming over.
This is your fault.
Yeah, like I did nothing wrong.
I'm not going to stop
It's not-
trying. Just for the record, I will continuously try.
It's not like I used to invite you and then just stopped. Then I would understand, right? You being like, "Hey, what happened, man? Did we be falling out? Did I do something wrong?" Like I could understand that, but that's just not happened, right?
Sure, but you never know what the future holds.
I know what the future holds. Me eating alone. Forever.
At 10:30 at night.
At 10:30 at night.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Kardashian, I've never felt more seen by a Kardashian than in the latest episode of The Kardashians, where Kim describes, because I say that I travel with Daddy's Little Helper, right? Which is an empty water bottle, like a big water bottle with like the big opening on it.
Like a Gatorade bottle.
But like a water bottle. No, like the the jug that has the white plastic handle on the top.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like the big water bottle. I travel with one of those in the back of the truck in case I'm ever in traffic or in case I'm ever out and I got to pee, right? Because I don't trust myself. I'm like, I don't trust myself in traffic and everything else. And I use it all the time. Right?
And you empty it or throw it out and you start a new jug.
No, I empty it out. I give it a rinse and I throw the same jug.
You're
in.
like,
come on.
Yeah.
You're like a trucker.
Yes, right?
Right?
And I call it Daddy's Little Helper. So Kim is talking about what she does. And I guess Kim travels with like a whole kit, one of which is a thermos.
Just peed like 3 times and I pray my pee anxiety does not get the best of me. I travel with a cup in the back seat of the car with a Ziploc, wet wipes. My mom almost threw up when she drove me to Palm Springs. I bring like a thermos. And she's like, I'm going to gag.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So in my hand, I have a thermos.
You do, sir.
Right now.
Yep.
You mean to tell me Kim Kardashian drives around with a thermos like this in the back seat of her car in case she got to pee?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. In case of a pee emergency.
Do you know how much pee could fit in here?
Yeah, but it's about the opening, right? Like you need to have a substantial opening so you don't make a mess. Right? That's why I need the big opening, because when you're driving and I gotta balance that thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta
opening like this?
Oh, that's a small opening.
This is a small opening?
That's a small opening. Yeah.
By the way,
yeah,
all this steam coming out of the top of it,
Yeah, I know.
swear it's boiled water.
Are you
it's
sure?
not pee. It's not
Okay.
hot pee.
Okay, it looks
that's
like
in
that.
here.
That's what my bottle looks
Okay.
like.
Steamy. That is
Steamy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Will people go and see Emancipation? This is the new Will Smith movie. Will was doing an interview with Kevin McCarthy from one of the Fox stations in the States, and he asked him about it, that people are still hesitant maybe to go and see a Will Smith film.
A lot of people came up to me where they're like, I can't wait to see that movie. I'm definitely going. One or two people go, I don't know if I'm ready yet, obviously, because of what happened with the Oscars and everything. But what do you tell people if they say, I'm not ready yet, that it's too soon or something?
I completely understand that. If someone is not ready, I would absolutely respect that and allow them their space to not be ready. My deepest concern is my team. The people on this team have done some of the best work of their entire careers. And my deepest hope is that my actions don't penalize my team. So at this point, that's what I'm working for. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that the material, the power of the film, the timeliness of the story. I'm hoping that the good that can be done would, open people's hearts at a minimum to see and recognize and support the incredible artists in and around this film.
Wow.
So, I mean, what else is he going to say?
Totally.
Right? He kind of has to say all of that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Disney is looking to lose a ton of money on Strange World. Strange World, that animated feature, now registers as one of Disney's worst opening weekends in modern Disney times.
Wow, really?
They're looking to lose roughly $100 million on it. It only did $18.6 million over the 5-day holiday weekend. It cost $180 million to produce and then tens of millions more in global marketing and distribution fees. It needed to gross $360 million just to break even.
Oh boy!
And so they're it's a
and even
big,
throwing it onto Disney Plus, let's say in like 2 weeks, still won't even help them.
No, well, it will, but not like
no.
Not
Get
what
to,
they need to do.
What they need. Yeah.
I saw it and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I think that if people go and see it, they'll enjoy it.
What? So why didn't people go? That's
That's
I think
the
because
question.
Wakanda Forever is still.
No. This isn't. No,
Still
it was
in the
because
box office?
original projections said that it wasn't supposed to do great, but originally they said it was supposed to do $40 million,
I
which
think
is
that
still
there was
very
no-
low.
There was no like big musical number. Like it looked very much like a basic animated film. But the problem is that the message in it is super cool, and that's not portrayed in the trailer.
Right.
Or I wonder if it's because it's not part of a bigger franchise.
No, but neither was Encanto.
Oh,
and
yeah,
neither, you know what I
true.
mean? And those didn't do great. They really took off. Like we don't talk about Bruno. Didn't become a big thing until it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, big loss for Strange World at the box office.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Joe, watch that Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
I did, and I loved it.
So beautiful.
What'd you think?
I loved it. I thought it was really beautiful. Like really, really beautiful.
I forgot it was on.
Oh, so good.
Guys, and I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like it, Deepa?
What? I don't understand.
Wait.
Oh.
What's that?
Hello?
Okay, something's wrong with you. Oh, for God's
Hello?
Cam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can't hear me either.
Hold on. There we go.
Oh, there we go. So
Hello?
You didn't like it,
You didn't like it, Deepa?
Oh, I thought it was very floofy. I was like, okay, sang some songs, and that was basically it.
They sang some songs, and that's basically it.
And there was lots of Christmas lights. Also, yeah, that was basically it.
It's a holiday special.
I know, but
You
I
watch
thought,
TV like a baby.
no, I just thought because it was
Noises and lights.
basically that's what it was.
It's like it's one of those things you hang over a crib. What are those things called?
Oh,
a mobile.
Yeah. That's what it felt like. I was like, cool,
Deepa.
cool story.
I know, Roz, you recommended and watched Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and
I love that movie.
Will Ferrell.
You didn't like it? Too long.
Didn't get through the first. I only watched the first 20 minutes and turned it off.
Why?
I love
The
them.
first 20?
Yeah, I love Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And I know it's a musical.
Yeah.
But it was just too much singing.
Oh, no, but then they go through like a long, 45-minute break with no singing. The singing is
You're not
really
gonna get my 45
front-loaded.
minutes.
It's really front-loaded. I know, it's a musical, right? Like you have to...
It ain't my thing.
It's not your thing?
Rod, you also suggested A Christmas Story Christmas, so
Yeah.
we watched that. That wasn't that good.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And can I
never said it
pile
was
on?
great.
Let me go ahead and pile on. Roz, you also suggested The Barbarian and that other Ready or Not, and that was also garbage, man. You're like,
okay, but
over
I'm telling you,
three.
but Shem, I'm telling you right now, like you were the only person that didn't like Barbarian, so I would be
No, I
quiet
didn't-
if I were you.
I didn't like- I
I know,
said
but you
last
don't
week.
like that stuff either, though.
I didn't like
Barbarian is great. It's a great horror movie.
You like 0 for 3, my guy.
No. Shem, you are bad for taste, my guy.
Oh, damn. Shem's on the floor right now.
Great way to start a Monday morning. Sorry, Shem.
Deepa, pick him up off the floor.
Yeah, can I leave the mic? He's actually hurting right now.
That's the best drop ever.
Can we just go back real quick? I got a text I want to read.
Yes.
This is just to me. My boy Sharon just texted in about your recommendations, Roz.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Tell Roz he has been 100% bang on.
Bang on.
On his recommendations, starting with Ted Lasso.
Bang on.
Appreciate it.
Bang on,
Hold on.
they say. That's what they call me.
Bang on, Roz.
Bang on. Yeah.
Oh, not bang on, Roz.
Yeah. No, they don't call me Bang on Roz. You think that?
Whoa.
Okay. Nobody's calling me Bang on Roz. Deepa, stop laughing at that. That's not funny.
I see what you do with your free time. Now you're not an ET anymore.
Shut up, Shem. Shut up, all of you.
Oh, is that the new nickname?
No, it's not Bang on Roz.
I love it. I love it.
If you want to escape Smooth Cool Dude,
Yes.
you have to accept Bang on Roz.
First of all,
It's one or the other.
Is there another way that you could have said that rather than I have to accept Bang on Roz? Right? That is just about the worst way.
No. It's one or the other.
Okay, that's great.
Feel free to text.
Text. No,
Do it.
I hope your phone falls out the window.
Right?
Yeah, stop it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Kardashian broke her silence on the Balenciaga scandal, but still refusing to cut ties with Balenciaga. This after that ad campaign with kids with teddy bears and bondage gear, and then a whole lot of other stuff that came out about their ad campaigns. Kim said, I've been quiet for the past 2 days, not because I haven't been disgusted or outraged by the Balenciaga ad campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak with their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in society, period. As for my future with Balenciaga, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should never have happened to begin with, and the actions I am expecting to see them take to protect children. So not cutting ties, I don't know what it would take then to cut ties with Balenciaga.
Well, what did they say to her?
Well, that she didn't say that.
Oh.
But Balenciaga did launch a $25 million lawsuit against the producers of those ad campaigns, including the ones at the bondage teddy bears. The Balenciaga said that they brought the suit on Friday against a production company called North 6 Inc. and the set designer who works for that company. And the brand is also, where are we here? Balenciaga is bringing the case to, quote, seek redress for extensive damages defendants caused in connection with an advertising campaign Balenciaga hired them to produce.
But here's the thing, though. Balenciaga knew about the campaign before it went live. People in that organization saw it, approved it, printed it.
They all knew. And then there's the designer, one of the designers that used to work for, I think, or maybe still does, this woman named Lana Volkova. All her old Instagram posts are coming up, and it's just like really like some horrific stuff. And she worked with Adidas and Balenciaga, and now that's all coming out. Like, how anybody is still tied to this company is beyond me, but have at it, Kim.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do we have time to do the baby born at McDonald's or no?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, okay. So there was a baby born at an Atlanta McDonald's, and this is the mom and then a worker is what you're going to hear here. And the baby has already been named Nugget. Nickname.
I went into the bathroom. I used it. My water broke immediately. The lady came in. She was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "No, I'm in labor."
I thought they was joking. I opened and she was on this toilet laid back, screaming. Then I knew to tell my crew, we're having a baby today.
I had one worker on this hand, one worker on this hand. I think I bit her. I didn't mean to.
It was me. But I'm okay. She didn't break my skin.
She had a nickname before she even left McDonald's.
That's her nickname, McDonald Little Nugget.
That is the best.
That's her nickname, McDonald Little Nugget.
Oh, just like how your nickname is Bang on Roz.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Alyssa Milano was blasted on Twitter, including by Elon Musk, after saying that she gave back her Tesla.
Sorry, what?
Okay, so let me talk you through this here. So Alyssa Milano wrote, I gave back my Tesla. I bought the Volkswagen EV. I love it. I'm not sure how advertisers can buy space on Twitter. Publicly traded companies, products being pushed in alignment with hate and white supremacy doesn't seem to be a winning business model. And then one conservative commentator replied to that saying Volkswagen was literally founded by the Nazis and Hitler, to then which Elon Musk replied replied to that with the crying laughing emoji and the 100% emoji. And then Alyssa went on Instagram, not Twitter, to repost something from a writer named Ben Jackson. And she said, this shouldn't need to be said, but here we are. And then Ben Jackson wrote, Volkswagen became a global brand after World War II when its new leader rejected Nazism. Tesla became a global brand, and its CEO now wants to enable Nazism. These are not the same. And then everybody started digging through Alyssa Milano's tweets, where back in the day, like in 2007, 2015, or 2017, 2015, where she was like writing how much she loved Elon Musk.
Oh my God.
And how much he inspired her son and like all of this. Oh, like it just like you had Thanksgiving weekend where everybody was like family and everything else, and then it just
then all this.
It just took a turn.
At least go back and delete your tweets.
Oh my God. That's the thing, right? Like you know, because like who thinks about stuff that they, like Alyssa Milano was like going in on Elon Musk, but do you think she's thinking, God, what did I say about Elon in 2014? Right? No. Who does that?
She was in the moment, heated.
Yes. Saying she loves him. He's a genius. All this other stuff anyway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Helena Bonham Carter came to the defense of Johnny Depp, who is the godfather of her kids, in a new interview. She said, I hate cancel culture. It has become quite hysterical, and there's a kind of witch hunt and lack of understanding. She goes on to say that Johnny has been, quote, completely vindicated. I think now he's fine, she said, totally fine. And then discussing the backlash surrounding J.K. Rowling, who was accused of making transphobic comments, Helen Bonham Carter says it's horrendous and a load of BS. I think she has been hounded. It's been taken to the extreme, the judgmentalism of people. She added that she's allowed her opinion, particularly if she suffered abuse. Everyone carries their own history of trauma and forms their opinions from that trauma, and you have to respect where people come from in their pain. You don't all have to agree on everything. That would be insane and boring. She's not meaning it aggressively. She's just saying something out of her own experience. So Helena Bonham Carter, people going in on her now today.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
DJ Khaled did this incredible unboxing video where I guess Drake gifted him a bunch of toilets. Like Drake has like special toilets in his house, and DJ Khaled was there, and I guess he was like, man, I really love your toilets. I have a toilet like that.
Like a DJ Khaled
No,
toilet?
that people use and like.
Oh.
Because I have one toilet. I found one toilet that's like, it's like 1.5 inches or 2 inches taller than most toilets.
Oh, so you don't have to sit as low?
So my tall friends, when they come over, they're like, bro, where'd you get that toilet?
Yeah, but what about your short friends where their feet don't touch the ground?
Well, that's not my problem.
He doesn't have short friends.
I don't have short friends. Nobody. I don't invite short people to the house. You kidding me?
No shorts allowed.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I'm sure there are people who choose their friends based on height. I'm sure there are. What's
a minimum height requirement?
To be my friend? Like to come to my house?
To come to your house, yeah.
Or to be like an associate?
No, to be able to come to your house.
Oh, like to
you
come.
Have to be this tall to ride the ride.
Yeah, I'm going to say 6'1".
Wow.
6'1"? Wow.
No, 6 foot. 6 foot. 6 foot.
Okay,
6
so
foot.
that eliminates everyone on the.
Great.
Yeah,
like none of us. I just made it, guys.
Oh, true, Shem.
I'm 6'3".
6 foot.
I just made it.
Shem could use my toilet.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, you would love it too. Anyway, so Khaled is on Drake gifted Khaled like all like he refitted his whole house in brand new toilets.
Oh,
so here's Khaled doing the unboxing of these fantastic
Shout out to my
toilets.
brother Drake, Six God. Listen, this is not no regular toilet bowl. My brother Drake just bought me and my family about 4 big toilet bowls. This is called the Toto toilet bowl. If you've ever been to Drake's house, his toilet bowls are incredible. Melissa, what's some of the features?
It has a UV light cleaning system.
It got a UV light cleaning system.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Is this the same Melissa, like his chef Melissa, who's always hanging out in his videos?
Yeah, I think so.
It's remote control operated.
It's automatic. Toilets can be open.
See, this with a light, the UV light, and it got this the water too that splashes up, right?
Air deodorizers.
Night light, refreshing air deodorant. You saying?
Yep.
This is the Toto. Listen, yo, Drake,
tornado flushing.
I'm not even joking, Drake. We've been wanting this. Me and my queen been talking about getting Totos for the whole house. Now, honey, we got Toto toilet bowls.
Oh my God.
This is the most amazing toilet bowl I've ever seen in my life.
Toto.
Gift ever, like real talk. Anybody knows toilet bowls besides when you do the theory? When you do the theory, That's when you meditate and reflect on life. So when you sit down and do the theory, that's when you reflect on life. Ideas be coming. Some of my biggest ideas come from me taking a theory.
Yep.
Now it's real talk, and I got one now that lights up, and it sprays theory, and then it even makes it smell theory, and it's like a big theory. Drake, we love you, brother.
Yo, I'm looking at the price of some of these.
How much are they?
Like 11,000.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
one here
Are they
listed
really?
for $21,000.
Yeah.
Another one's listed here for $8,000.
Yeah.
You can get just the, I guess if you have to replace it, but just the seat with the remote control for $547.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like all the splash though. I'm fine with the night light and the UV cleaning system.
What's the splash, sorry?
I don't
the
need-
bidet.
the bidet
Oh,
part.
it'll change your life.
No,
It's so great.
I don't like it. I've tried it. I'm not a fan.
Oh, really?
Nah,
I've
not
never
for
tried
me.
the bidet.
No, it's not. It's not for me at all. I don't like that feeling. It feels like
Because it
no.
feels too good.
No, I mean it's just. Does it feel good, Deepa? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was just asking a follow-up question. No,
But your
forget
follow-up
that.
question was, it's not how does it feel? Your follow-up question was because it feels too good?
Yeah, I guess sometimes, you know.
No, we don't.
You know what? I don't know. Explain
Nothing.
it.
I'm done talking. I think everyone should try bidet. It's great. It's lovely.
Because why? Because it feels so good?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, you're clean right after, right? So
Which part is it? The part is it like the after the fact that feels so good? Because you made it sound like it was the process that feels so good.
no, right after. It's amazing. You're just like, wow, there's nothing left there, and the cleaning is quite minimal. So, yep, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Great
Anyway,
job.
Get you a $20,000 toilet.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What a mess at Toronto Pearson Airport. Jeez. So we knew it was bad, right? But all these stories are coming out from passengers like last week where they were waiting 2 hours for their luggage. And I've like been there before, and like waiting 2 hours off a 6-hour flight is awful. But I'll tell you, waiting 2 hours for your bags off a quick flight from New York is the worst case scenario, I think. Even if you hadn't sat on a plane for 6 hours, I mean, then you're already exhausted, everything else. You sort of get it. Like you're in for the long haul that day. But when you take like a quick flight back and you're waiting for your bags, it's the worst. Listen to this one passenger's account and how long they waited.
It was an absolute disaster. Everybody's reaction was just like, this is, excuse the language, effing ridiculous. No one told you why there was such a delay, right? It's just like, well, where is this stuff? Like, why is it taking so long? So I went up to him and I said, well, what's the delay? What's going on? And he said, they have no staff. That night, there were 5 baggage handlers for all incoming flights.
Jesus.
I've been there, man.
What's the longest you waited?
14 hours.
But not in the airport for a bag.
14 hours in a Portland airport.
You waited in the airport for 14 hours?
14 hours. This was when I was traveling back from visiting my ex-wife on the West Coast in the United States, and I waited 14 hours. Yeah, ridiculous.
But why didn't you just were people leaving and coming back or no?
Yeah, people were leaving, they were coming back. I just decided to just sleep. So I just sat in the airport and I just slept.
My God.
Yeah, 14 hours. Ridiculous.
Air Canada says they're actively looking to hire more staff to help alleviate with that, I guess. Normally there would be as many as 30 baggage handlers per shift at the airport, but like she said that there was 5 for the entire thing. What a nightmare.
That's
my
awful.
God.
Awful.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did Mariah Carey use a teleprompter at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? A lot of people on TikTok are going in on poor Mariah for this. I will defend this because people have been using teleprompters on stage forever. When you have the kind of career that Mariah's had and you have the catalog that they do, most people have a teleprompter on stage.
But I don't
most
think
people.
We discussed this at home, okay? The 2 huge fans. And we assumed it has nothing to do with her forgetting the lines or anything like that. We think it's because it's so loud where she is, she can't hear the music. And since they're lip syncing during this broadcast, she needs to know where they are in the song.
Okay, so there's a lot of sort of different theories. One is that the network, put the words on the screen so people could sing along. So when the cameras shot the people, they looked like they knew what was going on.
But it was
because it's
behind the
always
people.
better, right? But listen. And the other is exactly what you had just said, which is, she needs to figure out where she is, because if all hell breaks loose and she can't hear herself, she still needs to be able to follow
And if we
along for
remember
television.
New Year's Eve where she couldn't hear her earpiece.
Also, singers use teleprompters all the time. Every massive artist uses a teleprompter. It's not the equivalent of lip syncing. Like, I understand if somebody gets pissed off when they pay money to go see a show and somebody's lip syncing. I get that. I really do. But a teleprompter? A teleprompter. Artists have been using teleprompters. When you have a 40-year career and like 20 albums, and your set list is changing every night.
Yeah, but I think the argument is this is the song she banks her entire career on.
Of course. But
it's
fail safes. There's nothing wrong with a teleprompter. That's not far from cheating.
So then, so if we have no issues with the teleprompter, then we have no issues with lip syncing then, right?
I have a big issue with lip syncing.
Well, wait, why not? It's still an aid.
But with a teleprompter, at least it's your voice singing in the moment.
Yeah, but for me, I want the best performance, period. So I don't care about lip syncing. See, I'm on the side of I don't care about lip syncing at all.
Wow. Absolutely not. If I'm spending $300 on a ticket, I want to hear you then and there.
No, because if you sound like crap, like Mariah Carey has over the last little while,
then I have a
story.
Then I have a story.
Well, I don't know.
We don't need to put a big giant fight here, Maureen. Yeah. Okay. She's
also,
a little
Madonna
too,
never
stopped.
uses a teleprompter.
Yes, she does. I guarantee you she does.
Madonna does not. She moves around the stage too much for there to
do you
be
know
a
how many
teleprompter.
teleprompters there are? In between, those monitors they have on the stage where they can hear themselves?
Yeah.
In between those, there's a teleprompter.
Yeah, but she's on her back staring at the ceiling.
I'm just telling you, because she's lip syncing, so she doesn't even need to. God, you know what? I'm never bringing up Mariah Carey on a show when Mocha's not here again. I'm not. I can't have this conversation with you, Maureen. And you bring up Madonna, and then all of a sudden we're fighting about Mariah Carey and Madonna. I'm just saying, teleprompters are normal. There's nothing wrong with a teleprompter.
I'm all for them, except...
Stop. You got to stop. You got to stop, okay? You just got to stop, man. I was ending. It was a clear ending to the...
Ending.
It was
Clearly,
a clear end stop. It was stop, man. I'm never talking. Remind me.
Yeah, but a good debate is a debate.
I don't want to debate.
Then don't bring it up.
I don't want to debate with you.
Oh, wow, you don't want to do anything with me.
Finally.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jenna Ortega absolutely crushing it on that Wednesday Addams show, or Wednesday rather. I love this show. I love her. I'm a huge fan of the Addams family. And one thing I didn't realize while I was watching, because she's so good at playing Wednesday Addams, and the one thing that they pointed out after the fact was that she doesn't blink while she's in character. There's no scenes, and it's not CGI either. Like, she did every single scene not blinking. And here's Jenna Ortega talking about the conversation that she had with Tim Burton about the performance.
At some point during the first couple weeks of shooting, I did a take where I did not blink at all. And Tim said, I don't want you to blink anymore. So that's another thing, too, where it's just weird mannerisms. We try to incorporate things like that. The thing about the blinking is I didn't realize that I was doing it. It just kind of happened, because every time we started a take, I would reset my face, I would drop all the muscles in my face, and Tim really liked the Kubrick stare where I stared through my eyebrows. It's just a bit intimidating. I think something like that is not blinking. Clearly it struck something with him, and I trust his opinion so much because he's Tim Burton.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And I was really worried for A-Rod today. Not that I don't love J-Lo and Ben Affleck 2.0 and everything else, but you have to wonder whether A-Rod knew the whole time they were together that he was just there if and whenever Ben Affleck decided to come back into her life.
Placeholder, man.
Like, it's just, they were engaged. Like, their families, all live together and stuff. So J-Lo sitting down with Zane Lowe to talk new music and talking about how the first breakup with Ben Affleck was the biggest heartbreak of her life. This is J-Lo.
20 years ago, I fell in love with the love of my life. And I was working on an album, and it was called This Is Me Then. And it was all about capturing that moment in time.
God, it is the great unrequited love album.
Yeah.
Because it's so open and honest.
When I'm in love is when I'm inspired. And I was the most inspired then, and I have not made another record like that since then. I was in so much pain for so many years, and my way of surviving was by working more and hiding that side of myself. But now, 20 years later, It does have a happy ending.
Because happy endings exist and we need them.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know they're not just in the movies.
I was like, it's time for me to make another record. And the reason we're here is because I want to capture this moment in time. Because it is even better.
Jeez, like, didn't we think that A-Rod was the happy ending?
Yes.
For like a little brief moment right there?
Yes.
Like, we were all super happy she finally, J-Lo
man.
finally found love.
I thought maybe her and Drake had a little something that might,
Oh, come on.
They
That
were
wasn't
engaged.
love.
She was engaged to A-Rod,
when
man.
she was
Like,
messing
that
around
was
with
the
Drake.
happy ending. That was the happy ending.
Guess we can all score home runs.
Here's more from J-Lo and Zane Lowe.
I feel like what I've done over the years is I've shown you my heart.
Yeah.
I've shown you my heart, and I'm not ashamed of that. And I know that I've made mistakes, and I know that I've been through rough shit, and I know that you kind of peeped me. You know, you knew that. And you allowed me to stay gracious in the public eye and let me grow into the woman that I am and find my way. And you saw me trying, and you saw me not giving up, and you saw me working hard, and you saw me trying better and growing and making my mark and making my moments and showing the performer I was and showing the actor I was and showing the woman I was and the mother I was and the person I was and the friend that I could be to you. And I appreciate that. And I love that. And I think that's why it is my responsibility to share whatever it is in that most open way. And that's not easy.
God, breakups are hard.
Damn.
Like, just erased.
I'm A-Rod.
Erased.
I would just be
Erased.
crying.
I know, so would I. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, man, I am so happy they're back together and they found love and all of that stuff. I love to see it, but God, I really thought that A-Rod was the happy ending. Like, all that footage of them together.
They were so
like,
happy. He got to drop an album though.
I know he has, but also her being like, it took me until Ben came back for me to be able to write again.
Oh,
Yeah,
I never
that's
performed
tough.
those songs. Like, she had none of that inspiration. And oh my God.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I had never really thought about Adam Sandler doing the award show rounds for Hustle. Did you see Hustle?
Oh, that movie. That's one of the best sport movies ever.
You think so, huh? You like that?
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Actually, one of the current Toronto Raptors was in that.
That's
Yeah.
right. So Adam Sandler was at the Gotham Awards where he got a performer tribute, like almost like a lifetime achievement kind of thing. And the way he wrote his speech was he didn't write a speech; he let his kids write a speech. Here's Adam Sandler.
I told my daughters, Sadie and Sonny, who were 16 and 14, I didn't write a speech, and they said phrases like rude and you're mean. I said, well, Daddy's f***ing tired, Dad f***ing works hard, calm down. They were like, can we write your speech, Daddy? So you got something to say? I said, absolutely. It'd be nice to see you do something other than watch YouTube or go to f***ing Lululemon every f***ing weekend. So they said, all right, we'll write the speech. Will you do the speech in that goofy Southern accent you always do all your dumb speeches in? I said, whatever, we'll give it a shot. So, all right, my daughters wrote this. Let's see how we do. Dear well-dressed dignitaries, highly educated hipsters, and various other plus ones of the Gotham Awards. Thank you for giving our daddy, Mr. Adam Sandler, this prestigious lifetime, all-time, primetime GOAT Achievement Tribute Award. It's almost time for us to go watch some more YouTube clips and buy some more Lululemon shit. So we'll leave you with this. Thank you, Mommy, for putting up with Daddy and his crazy fucking mood swings all these years. Now that truly is a feat deserving of a Lifetime Achievement Award. Love you, Mama.
They're comedians.
Right?
I love him.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, it's stories like this. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy Jay Leno is good. But it's stories like this where you start to really wonder if there's like secret ways of healing people that the super rich are entitled to and that other people are not. Jay Leno, 10 days after burning his face in a gasoline fire when he was working on a car in his garage, 10 days later, he's on stage at a comedy club doing a sold-out show.
No.
10 days. So this is Jay Leno. They got paparazzi caught up to him on his way in.
Never thought of myself as a roast comic. Hey, thank you. We got 2 shows tonight, regular and extra crispy. Okay.
See, that's why he did it. He was lots of material.
Jesus, man. But he looks good.
Yeah,
Like, I
he
was looking at
does.
pictures of him. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, he had 3rd-degree burns on his face. And when you look at him, you can't see it.
Wow.
You literally can't see anything. I don't know what I'm looking for at this point.
Actually, he was covering his hand. He wore his jacket over to cover one of his hands.
Still, though. But it was his face. Like, his face. It's wild.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Will Smith doing his first really like late night talk show appearance since the Academy Awards last year with the whole Oscar slap. Trevor Noah got the interview, and this is Will Smith because yesterday we were talking about how he was understanding if people, I guess, were hesitant to go and see Emancipation because they're still pissed off at him for the Chris Rock slap. This is Will talking to Trevor Noah, going into a little bit more detail on what was going through his sort of head and his heart that night.
At the end of the day, I lost it, and I guess what I would say, you just never know what somebody's going through. In the audience right now, you're sitting next to strangers, and somebody's mother died last week, somebody's child is sick, somebody just lost their job. No, it was, it was a lot of things. It was the little boy that watched his father beat up his mother. It's all of that just bubbled up in that moment. I understand, how shocking that was for people, man.
Right.
I was gone. I was, that was a rage that had been bottled for a really long time.
Right.
But it's I understand the pain.
Deepa, you're shaking your head. What are you shaking your head about?
No, I just feel like that's not, you don't go and slap somebody on stage for making a little joke, because I think the big thing is like, with the Oscars, the host, their job is to poke fun of everybody in the audience. And like, you kind of know that's a territory you're going into. And I can understand, people go through things and it's tough. But like, I don't think slapping somebody.
I don't think he was trying to justify slapping somebody. But I find it interesting, though, that Will Smith is the one who, if you say, I don't know if I'm ready to forgive Will Smith, like it's almost acceptable, where everybody else we've forgiven people for and overlooked things that are far worse than this. And so what is about the Will Smith situation that he has to then go and do all this?
I think the difference is a lot of the stuff that other people have done we've never seen. This was in front of the public eye.
I get that.
Yeah, it's jarring. And I'd also be, right or wrong, you didn't expect that from that guy.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
fair.
I mean, right? Like, listen, there are other celebrities who have, less than shinier images, let's say, that you might be like, yeah, I could see you doing something that stupid. You just didn't expect it from him. And to Maury's point, it was just so jarring. It's such a jarring image that will last forever, right? And we all saw it, and it gets replayed over and over and over again. I think that's why people have such a hard time, quote unquote, forgiving him.
No, I get it. I mean,
people also went as the two of them for Halloween.
Yeah.
No,
I
really?
get it.
Oh my God.
I get it. Like I get it. I do. But we have collectively, the world and show business have, forgiven people for far, far, far worse. It's interesting that this is the movie, because this is the kind of movie, and I know that this was all scheduled and everything else, but Emancipation is like that. That's like the Reputation rebuilder, right?
It
like,
so is.
This isn't Hitch 2 that he's out there promoting.
You
right?
can't crack on him for this movie, really. You know
no,
what I mean?
it's
You
difficult.
can't.
And he doesn't have to laugh while promoting it. Like, he doesn't have to be, super funny on charismatic Will Smith. He can be a little bit introspective. He can do all that stuff while talking about it. Yeah. But if this was, I don't know, like like this was like a Men in Black, like it would be difficult for him to have these conversations and try and sell that movie. Aladdin, yeah, right?
Just break out into song.
Yeah, he's like got to do all that stuff again, and oh my God.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.